Hello everyone, and a very good evening. Good evening, all of you, and a very warm welcome to your favorite channel. And I can see a lot of you already here. थोड़ा सा टेक्निकल ग्लिच था, but then we are back. गुड इवनिंग. ऐसे थोड़ी आपका टेस्ट मिस करा देंगे, क्योंकि आज तो पीरियोडिक टेस्ट की प्रिपरेशन होनी है. एंड ऐसा नहीं कि खाली केमिस्ट्री, खाली बायोलॉजी, खाली फिजिक्स, बिल्कुल भी नहीं. साइंस एज अ होल आज आपको अच्छे से प्रैक्टिस कराएंगे. सो माय नेम इज कृति एंड आई विल बी टेकिंग द केमिस्ट्री पोर्शन ऑफ योर टेस्ट. बट उसके बाद केमिस्ट्री कवर होने के बाद फिजिक्स, आपका बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग फिजिक्स क्वेश्चंस आने वाले हैं, जो एक्चुअली में यू विल बी फोर्स्ड टू थिंक अ लॉट. एप्लीकेशन बेस्ड क्वेश्चंस है जो सौरभ सर ने स्पेशली आपके लिए डिजाइन करे. एंड देन उसके बाद ऐश्वर्या मैम विल बी टेकिंग द biology part. And let me tell you one thing. What's the use of this test? क्या use है इस टेस्ट का? First of all, you will get a very fair idea कि teachers के जो favorite questions है ना, वो कौन से हैं. So, इतने सारे question papers हमने अभी तक prepare करे हैं, but even like this is a secret that I'm telling you कि हर teacher के ना कुछ favorite questions होते ही होते हैं. And वो more or less you'll actually notice over the years वो repeat होते हैं. तो ऐसे questions में तो marks हमें बिल्कुल भी lose नहीं करने चाहिए, isn't it? बिल्कुल. So I hope grade 8 students you all are ready. तैयार हो कि नहीं? डर लग रहा है? Are you prepared? Are you scared? What are you feeling right now? Hey Sharvi, hey Purvi, hey Vivek, Karan, Dhruv. Good evening. बिल्कुल. Yes, bacha, we'll start with chemistry, then Saurabh sir will take the physics portion, and then Aishwarya ma'am will be there, will be ready with the biology questions for all of you. Yes, super excited. Awesome. I can see a lot of you saying we are prepared, but कुछ बच्चे कह रहे हैं नहीं मैम हम prepared नहीं हैं. कोई बात नहीं, इस टेस्ट के बाद you will get, you'll understand the diversity of questions that can be asked in the exam. I think which is going to be a good exposure for all of you. Good evening. Maths will be separate. Yes, you'll definitely. बच्चा साइंस की भी पूरी प्रिपरेशन कराएंगे, मैथ्स की भी पूरी प्रिपरेशन कराएंगे. बायजूस टेस्ट प्रिपरेशन है, ऐसे थोड़ी छोड़ देंगे आपको. Grade 8 student, give me a quick thumbs up in the chat if you people are all ready. If you people are ready with a pen and paper, with a lot of energy, with a lot of positivity, and I would say with a lot of confidence that you will nail the exam. Awesome. I think 80% of you are feeling confident. And also give me a quick thumbs up if you can see me, hear me, so that I know that we are good to get started. Awesome. I can see all the smileys, all the thumbs up in the chat, and I think we are good to go. So for the ones who are joining us, for the very first time, let me tell you what's going to happen. We have 10 questions for chemistry, 10 physics questions, and 10 biology questions. So in all, we have 30 questions today. And for every question, ऐसा नहीं है कि आपको क्वेश्चन देती हैं for 10 minutes you're trying to answer. No, there's going to be a timer. 30 seconds. That's all that you have. That means आपका जो accuracy होना चाहिए वो तो सही होना ही चाहिए. Speed is also another very important factor today. You have to be really quick. So you have to keep marking the answers as quickly as possible. Okay? बिल्कुल fully prepared. I can see your confidence in the chat. Awesome. एक बार फटाफट से हम सेशन को लाइक कर देंगे and then we will get started. Done? अच्छा, आपका फाइबर वाला भी आ रहा है. So this is basically वो चैप्टर जो सबको बहुत ज्यादा commonly स्कूल में यूज हो रहा है, coal and petroleum. Yes, for chemistry the syllabus is coal and petroleum. Good evening, Pooja. All right, I wish all of you all the very best. Let's get started with the test. 30 questions. So for the next, say 1 hour, 1.5 hours, I want all of you to be very sincere, to be very serious. Take it as a proper test. Your score out of 30 right now will actually decide your score in science whenever you'll give the school exam. So कहीं ना कहीं इसको स्कूल एग्जाम की तरह लो, सीरियसनेस के साथ दो. 30 में से देखते हैं आपका क्या स्कोर बनता है. ठीक है, एंड लास्ट तक रुकना है, क्योंकि लास्ट क्वेश्चन तक ईच एंड एवरी क्वेश्चन दैट वील बी डिस्कसिंग ओवर हियर इज गोइंग टू बी सुपर इंपॉर्टेंट फ्रॉम द एग्जाम पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू. All right, so we are going to get poll questions, as I told you. Options होंगे, options mark करने. Let's see how many of you are actually really prepared. चलिए, let's get started. No बच्चा मेंटी नहीं है. Ansh, there is a question on petroleum. We'll take it over there. Yes, chaliye. Let's get started, all of you. So let's have the poll in the chat, and the first question from chemistry. All right, everyone. Yes, bacha. Yes, I can see all of you here. Good evening. Saurabh sir will be there. Don't worry. Right after chemistry, as I told you, you will have physics and then you will have biology. ठीक है? तो सौरभ सर, ऐश्वर्या मैम आएंगे, आपको अच्छे से प्रिपेयर कराएंगे. डोंट वरी अबाउट इट. चलिए, लेट्स गेट स्टार्टेड. ऑल राइट, पहला क्वेश्चन आपकी स्क्रीन पे ये रहा. लेट्स हैव द पोल इन द चैट विद 4 ऑप्शंस. विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग इज एन ऑलमोस्ट प्योर फॉर्म ऑफ कार्बन? कार्बन का प्योर फॉर्म. आपका टाइम स्टार्ट हो चुका है. इज इट कोल टार, बिटुमिन, coal gas, or coke? Now once you're done, see, it's a test, right? It's a periodic test. Once you're done, give me a quick thumbs up in the chat. Let's not post the answers in the comment section. Let everybody try, let everybody participate. And if for any question you feel that the time is less, I'll give you extra 15 to 20 seconds. Don't worry about that. See, right now I can see some students are still trying, so I'll give you last buffer 5 seconds. And even for the rest of the questions, if you feel like that you need a little extra time, you can let me know. So 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Chaliye, let's end the poll. Let's see how many of you got the answer right. Okay, so the correct answer is option D. 63% of you have marked option D. So जब हम कोक की बात करते हैं, we know it's very black in color, right? Black है, tough है, actually pure form of carbon है. कितना कार्बन है इसमें? 98%. 98% कार्बन is present in this. ठीक है, तो प्योर फॉर्म ही हो गया यार. 98% अगर प्रेजेंट है तो. और ये कहाँ यूज होता है? एक्सट्रैक्शन ऑफ मेटल्स कराना है. अगर आपको मेटल्स को एक्सट्रैक्ट कराना है तो आप कोक यूज करते हो. ठीक है, अगर कहीं ना कहीं आपको स्टील मैन्युफैक्चर करना है, सो दीज 2 यूजेस कैन ऑल्सो कम इन द एग्जाम. स्टील मैन्युफैक्चर करना है, आई गेट अ साइड. ठीक है, नाउ आई थिंक इट्स विजिबल. स्टील मैन्युफैक्चर करना है या मेटल्स एक्सट्रैक्ट कराने हैं, then also it is being used. Now keep telling me your scores. How many of you are getting full marks till now? Like 1 out of 1. Yes, स्मिताली बिल्कुल. Yes, black भी है, tough भी है, porous भी है. Very good. I think it's a great start. Can we move on to the next question? Very good all of you. I can see that. Chaliye, next question. Let's have the poll in the chat with 4 options. Which of the following substances is called black gold? Coal, coal tar, petroleum, natural gas. इनमें से black gold किसे कहते हैं? I just want to see the thumbs up in the chat. Once you're done, thumbs up आना चाहिए chat में. If your exams are already over in the school, then also I think it's going to be a very good practice session for all of you, क्योंकि अभी half yearly तो होना है ना. हाफ ईयरली भी होना है अभी. ठीक है, तो प्रैक्टिस तो जितनी करोगे उतना अच्छा है आप लोगों के लिए. I'll give you some extra time, some buffer time, because some of you are still marking the answer. Yes. चलिए, 5, 4, 1. Let's end this. Is it Gauri? Gauri Singh, ma'am, only 74 likes. Everyone, hit the like button as well. Chaliye, let's end the poll also. Alright. 60% of you saying option C, petroleum. Yes, that is the correct answer. But for this question, somewhere I was expecting that 90% of you will get the answer right. See, what are we saying? We are saying black gold. तो जब हम एक्सट्रैक्ट करते हैं पेट्रोलियम को तो उसका कलर क्या होता है? ब्लैक होता है. और हम इसे गोल्ड क्यों कह रहे हैं? बिकॉज ऑफ इट्स कमर्शियल इंपॉर्टेंस. बिकॉज ऑफ इट्स कमर्शियल इंपॉर्टेंस, मतलब इसकी वैल्यू जो है बहुत ज्यादा है. इससे कितने सारे और चीजें बन सकती हैं ना. अगर पेट्रोलियम की बात करें, उसकी जो अवेलेबिलिटी है वो क्या है? लिमिटेड है. बट उसका जो डिमांड है, डिमांड एंड सप्लाई करोगे आप आगे जाके, जो डिमांड है वो बहुत हाई है बट जो सप्लाई है वो कम है, अवेलेबल नहीं है इतना. इज इट? Awesome. Jisha is saying, yes, ma'am, we are super pumped and we are ready for the next question. Bilkul, it's a fossil fuel. Correct. Correct. Yes. तो बहुत टाइम लगता है. फॉसिल फ्यूल है, कितना टाइम लग जाएगा इसको बनने में. बट अवेलेबिलिटी हमारे पास इतनी ज्यादा नहीं है. दो हमें ऑन अ डेली बेसिस वी नीड पेट्रोलियम, राइट. सो इट्स लाइक गोल्ड, जो बहुत ही ज्यादा हमारे लिए आई वुड से यूजफुल है, बहुत ज्यादा वैल्यूएबल है. Awesome. Scores quickly. I want to know. Arohi, bacha, bio section will be taken today. Don't worry. Yes, Prerna. 2 on 2. Yes, it's very precious. Just like gold. Awesome. 1 on 2. Kirti. Army. Jeevan, very good. Even if you're getting 1 on 2, I am really happy to see your honesty. Well done. Chaliye, let's move on to the next question. Are you all ready? Can we move on? Very good, Navya. Let's have the next question with 4 options in the chat. Choose the odd one out. Okay, so I'm not telling you the criteria over here. You have to figure out the criteria all by yourself. Paraffin wax, coke, petrol, kerosene. Now figure out, there is something, one option out of these 4 options that kind of doesn't belong to the category of, the rest of them. क्या लग रहा है? कौन सा है वो? Now a lot of you are giving mixed answers. ध्यान से देखो, paraffin wax, coke, petrol, kerosene. If you look closely, you will find the answer. Yes, a lot of you marking the correct answer now. Chaliye, last 5 seconds, everyone. See, I can see most of you are able to tackle the questions within 30 seconds, but some of you are taking a little more time. So speed up, okay? 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's end the poll. Let's see what people have marked. Option B, 55% is saying option B. That is the correct answer. बिल्कुल, कोक इज द करेक्ट आंसर. अच्छा, अगर मैं बात करती हूँ कोक की, या फिर मैं बात करती हूँ कोल गैस की, या फिर आई टॉक अबाउट कोल टार, ये हमें किससे मिल रहे हैं? कोक, कोल गैस, कोल टार किससे मिल रहे हैं? Yes, they are products of coal. Very good. ये हमें कोल से मिल रहा है. बट अगर मैं पैराफिन वैक्स की बात करूं, पेट्रोल या केरोसिन की बात करूं, ये हमें किससे मिल रहे हैं? पेट्रोलियम से मिल रहे हैं. ठीक है, किससे मिल रहे हैं? पेट्रोलियम से मिल रहे हैं. क्या प्रोसेस हो गया? रिफाइनिंग के प्रोसेस से. तो कुछ भी पूछ सकते हैं आपसे. प्रोसेस पूछेंगे तो आपको वो भी पता होना चाहिए. पैराफिन वैक्स, पेट्रोल एंड केरोसिन, दीज आर द कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट्स ऑफ पेट्रोलियम, या उसके फ्रैक्शंस हैं. यस अंश, वेरी गुड. इजी चीजी. ऑसम. Correct. Ignoring option B, the rest are your petroleum products. 3 on 3, 2 on 3, scores quickly, all of you. Waiting for your scores now. Yes, I can see a lot of you've marked all the correct answers till now. Arey, awesome. Chaliye, let's move on to the next question. Let's have the poll in the chat. Which of the following substances is used for road surfacing? Okay, यहाँ पे एक चीज मैं ऐड कर रही हूं. Now, these days, इसके बेसिस पे आंसर करना. अब कौन सा यूज हो रहा है? A product from coal, an inexhaustible natural resource, a petroleum product, none of these. So they are not basically, I'll tell you, this question is a bit twisted क्योंकि आपको यहाँ पे डायरेक्टली नाम नहीं बता दिया सब्सटेंस का कि सब्सटेंस के ये 4 नाम है. चूज. आपको अब ये भी फिगर आउट करना है कि वो सब्सटेंस आपको मिलता कहां से है. Only 50 votes. I'll have to again give you 30 seconds. ठीक है, I've started the timer again for this one. Very good, very good. Some of you are able to figure out. Come on everyone, last I would say 10 seconds left and I can see some 100 plus votes. Rest of you, come on quickly. I'm sure you can figure out the correct answer. I'll tell you this chapter is very scoring. It's very easy. इसका 1 mark नहीं जाना चाहिए coal and petroleum का. Not even 1 mark. Come on. All right. Time is up. Let's end the poll and let's see what you people have voted. Kembi's vote कर रहे हो. Let's end the poll. Let's see what you people have marked. Okay. Oh, you people got this one wrong. I think this is what you did not catch. Nowadays, 45% of you have marked option A, but option C is the correct answer. So I'll put a star mark here. See, when they say what is being used for road surfacing, you always have to take the recent times first. Even if I don't mention now here, it goes without saying that we are referring to the current time. Okay. Chaliye. Yes, nowadays bitumen is being used. बिल्कुल सही बात. So petroleum product, कौन से petroleum product की बात हो रही है? Bitumen की बात हो रही है. ये क्वेश्चन तो बहुत बच्चों का गलत हुआ है. 3 on 4 आ चुका है. I can see that. ठीक है, मेटलिंग के लिए यूज होता है. सर्फेसिंग मतलब मेटलिंग के लिए यूज हो रहा है. तो जो छोटे छोटे हमारे क्रश्ड आई वुड से स्टोन्स हैं, उनको अच्छे से बाइंड लाइक अ ग्लू बाइंड कर देता है. इसको हम बाइंडिंग एजेंट भी कहते हैं. ये बहुत अच्छे से बाइंड कर देता है, बाइंडिंग एजेंट. तो फिर जो फाइनली हमारे पास रोड तैयार होके आती है, तो वो जो डैमेज वाटर या ऑयल से हो सकता है उसको रिड्यूस कर देता है. ठीक है. So you have to read the question carefully and understand the context. So every time some question is being asked, see if they mention earlier times, you will have to mention the coal product. If they say clearly nowadays, you have to mention the petroleum product. If they're not mentioning anything, then also you have to take into account the recent time. Don't be nervous, Aruhi. Yes, Purvi. Earlier times. Okay? Yes, Bacha, I remember you and I am not ignoring. Yes, I'll give you a shout out, don't worry. Yes, Aditi, I can see, I've taken your name. But next time you give the correct answer and then I'll do it. Okay, chaliye, moving on to the next question. Let's have the poll with 4 options. Chalo. Which of the following is an inexhaustible natural resource? At least 90% of you should get this right. I'm telling you, this chapter is very scoring. If you know the meaning of this term, there is no point. Like there is no chance that you will get this one wrong. Coal, sunlight, petroleum, minerals. Inexhaustible natural resource. Resource क्या होती है? कुछ भी जो हमारे लिए यूजफुल है. नेचुरल मतलब नेचर ने दी है. इनएग्जॉस्टिबल मैं भी नहीं बताऊंगी, वो आप लोग पहले मार्क करेंगे एंड देन आई टेल द आंसर. चलो. If it is so very easy, why are some of you still marking the answer? Be very quick. Last 5 seconds, everyone. Come on, this is a very easy question. And I'll tell you one thing. ऐसा question आता ही आता है एग्जाम में. ये 1 mark तो free के हैं जो आपके पास, you know, easily you can get this 1 mark. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's end the poll. Let's see what you people have marked. Very good. 90% of you have marked option B, sunlight. अब एक बार मतलब समझते हैं पहले. Sunlight is the correct answer. 90% कहा था, 90% बच्चों के सही आंसर आए हैं. क्या बात है. इसी बात पे I want all of you to hit the like button for the session also. अच्छा, inexhaustible. Exhaustible मतलब जो खत्म हो जाए, जो लिमिटेड क्वांटिटी में प्रेजेंट है. Inexhaustible का मतलब क्या हुआ? जो अनलिमिटेड क्वांटिटी में प्रेजेंट है, जो अनलिमिटेड क्वांटिटी में प्रेजेंट होता है. ठीक है. अनलिमिटेड मतलब बहुत सारा अवेलेबल है. अब सनलाइट बहुत ज्यादा अवेलेबल है. ऐसा नहीं कि आज हमने ज्यादा सनलाइट ले ली तो हो सकता है हमारे आने वाली जनरेशंस को कम सनलाइट मिले, ऐसा नहीं है. बट कोल, पेट्रोलियम, मिनरल्स, ये ऐसे रिसोर्सेज है कि अगर हमने इनका ओवर यूज अभी कर दिया तो बाद में जो जनरेशंस बाद में आएंगी उनके लिए ये नहीं बच पाएंगे. ठीक है. इनकी जो क्वांटिटी है वो कम होती जाएगी, स्केसिटी हो सकती है इनकी. क्लियर? ऑसम ऑल ऑफ यू. चलिए, मूविंग ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन नाउ. कम ऑन एवरीवन, दिस यू शुड बी एबल टू टैकल. लेट्स हैव द पोल इन द चैट विथ 4 ऑप्शंस एंड ये वाला तो आप इजीली कर पाएंगे. विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग इज एन एग्जॉस्टिबल नेचुरल रिसोर्स? आई थिंक ये क्वेश्चन, अब लास्ट क्वेश्चन के बाद आई शुड से 95% ऑफ यू शुड गेट दिस राइट. एंड ये जो क्वेश्चंस है ना, आई एम टेलिंग यू अगेन एंड अगेन, इस चैप्टर से इतने ज्यादा स्कोरिंग क्वेश्चंस बन सकते हैं. देयर इज नो चांस दैट यू विल लूज इवन अ सिंगल मार्क. चलो, स्टिल ओनली 70 votes are there. Why? I'm starting the 30-second timer again, but you have to be quick now. I just explained the meaning of exhaustible. There is no point. Like, if you people are listening to me, if you people are very sincere right now, जिसका गलत हुआ भी था last question, the 10% of students who got the answer wrong will definitely get this right. All right, चलिए, 3, 2, 1. Let's end the poll. Let's see what people have marked. 77% of you marked option D, वाइल्ड लाइफ. बिल्कुल सही बच्चा, बिल्कुल सही. देखो, वाइल्ड लाइफ जो है 77% बच्चों ने किया, ये 97 होना चाहिए था. एक बार देखते हैं कि क्या है. एग्जॉस्टिबल मतलब लिमिटेड. सनलाइट बहुत सारी है. एयर, सॉइल अनलिमिटेड क्वांटिटी में हमारे पास प्रेजेंट है. वाइल्ड लाइफ जो है वो हमारी एक्टिविटीज की वजह से आप देखोगे कि कितने हद तक इंडेंजर भी हो चुके हैं. कुछ स्पीशीज तो एक्सटिंक्ट भी हो चुके हैं, है ना. यस बच्चा, एंथे के क्वेश्चंस भी आएंगे. बट आई वांट टू रियली अंडरस्टैंड हाउ एंड व्हाई आर वी गेटिंग दिस क्वेश्चन रॉन्ग, स्पेशली आफ्टर डिस्कसिंग द लास्ट वन. इनएग्जॉस्टिबल वाला करने के बाद why are we getting this wrong now? नितिका, लास्ट क्वेश्चन की ख्वाहिश पूरी हुई. यस, चलो, buck up everyone. Let's move on to the next question. Let's have the poll in the chat with 4 options. You have to again choose the odd one out, and this time be very careful, okay? Aviation fuel, candles, Vaseline, ointments. Again, there is certain criteria based on which one of the options is kind of a little odd here. 6 out of 6. अरे वाह. I'll read out your comment. हीर बच्चा, ये वैक्यूम के साथ ही आता है. Your periodic टेस्ट इज डन. ओके ओके, नॉट अ प्रॉब्लम, यू कैन स्टिल प्रैक्टिस. जितनी प्रैक्टिस करोगे उतना अच्छा. डन, ऑसम. बट आई कैन नॉट सी अ लॉट ऑफ वोट्स इन द पोल. आई कैन सी जस्ट 80 वोट्स. टाइम खत्म हो चुका है. I think for this question, again, I've started a 30-second timer because you people are taking a bit more time to understand the basis of separation, which is okay. Yuvraj says, ma'am, the answer is candles, and give me a shout out. Let me tell you, let's see, shout out milta hai, nahi milta hai. Let's try marking the correct answer. And Yuvraj, thoda sa dobara socho. Think again. चलिए, आई थिंक अनदर 30 seconds का टाइमर इज ओवर नाउ. अब तो इट्स हाई टाइम वी एंड. चलो, लेट्स एंड द पोल. अब पोल एंड करते हैं. ऑल राइट, 57% ऑफ यू मार्क्ड एविएशन फ्यूल. वेरी गुड, दैट इज द करेक्ट आंसर. बच्चे एक बात बताओ, कैंडल, वैसलीन और ऑइंटमेंट्स हमें किससे मिलते हैं? यू विल टेल मी, किससे मिलते हैं? एवरीवन फटाफट से. ये तीनों किसके प्रोडक्ट्स हैं? द वंस आर सेइंग पेट्रोलियम. बच्चा, वो तो एविएशन फ्यूल भी पेट्रोलियम का ही प्रोडक्ट है. पेट्रोलियम में किसका? फर्दर पेट्रोलियम इज इनकम्प्लीट आंसर. इनकम्प्लीट है. ध्यान से सुनो. पैराफिन वैक्स, पैराफिन वैक्स से कैंडल्स बनती है. पैराफिन वैक्स से ही वैसलीन और ऑइंटमेंट्स बनते हैं. बट ये एविएशन फ्यूल हमारा क्या है? ये है केरोसिन. क्या है ये? केरोसिन, है ना? कोई बात नहीं, क्वेश्चन गलत हो गया, नॉट अ प्रॉब्लम. एज लॉन्ग एज यू पीपल आर अंडरस्टैंडिंग, दैट इज मोर इंपॉर्टेंट. Very good, very good. A lot of you marked the wrong answer for this one, but I think that's okay. There was a new question to learn. Moving on to the next question. Question number 8, everyone. Let's have the poll in the chat for question number 8 now. Be very careful with this one also. Which of the following is correct regarding CNG and PNG? They contain the same gas, they contain different gases. PNG is petroleum natural gas, CNG is cooled natural gas. For some reason, I feel you'll get this wrong. For some reason, I am getting this feeling कि इसमें गड़बड़ करोगे. टॉप करोगे. अरे वाह नितिका. हे याना, वेरी गुड. मैम, पूर्वी, डाउट. वाटर इज एग्जॉस्टेबल और इनएग्जॉस्टेबल. सी, वाटर जो है वो इनएग्जॉस्टेबल है, बट अगर मैं फ्रेश वाटर की बात करूं, उसकी क्वांटिटी लिमिटेड होती है. अंश, थोड़ा सा कॉम्पोजिशन में फर्क आएगा और रिफाइन करने में, रिफाइन मतलब प्योरिफाई करने का फर्क आएगा. Why is coke प्योर सब्सटेंस? क्योंकि उसमें मेजरली 90% कार्बन ही प्रेजेंट होता है. चलिए, हैव यू पीपल मार्क द आंसर? लास्ट 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Let's end this. I really want to see what you people have marked. आपको करेक्ट स्टेटमेंट उठानी थी इनमें से. I'll star mark this question. This is the most important question. 46% of you marked option B. That is incorrect. 24% have marked option C. That is incorrect. Another 24% have marked option A. That is correct. And this is also incorrect. So just 24% of you knew the correct answer. देखो भाई, CNG cooled natural gas नहीं है, कंप्रेस्ड नेचुरल गैस है. नेचुरल गैस को बहुत प्रेशर में रखा हुआ है. पीएनजी पेट्रोलियम नेचुरल गैस नहीं है, पाइप्ड नेचुरल गैस है. पाइप्स के थ्रू जो आ रही है वही है, बस है वो नेचुरल गैस ही. इन दोनों में, सीएनजी में, पीएनजी में सेम गैस प्रेजेंट होती है, तो डिफरेंट वाला ऑप्शन तो गलत हो गया. दोनों में सेम गैस प्रेजेंट है, मीथेन. अभी आप आगे जाके पढ़ोगे मीथेन इज CH4. ओके पूर्वी, आई टोल्ड यू अगर प्रेजेंट नहीं लिखा है यू हैव टू टेक प्रेजेंट बाय डिफॉल्ट. इट्स ओके युवराज. राजेश प्लीज मेंशन इट अगेन. तुक्का मारा. अंश बता तो दिया आपको. सेम लिखा है, अभी आप इस स्टेज पे सेम ले सकते हो उसे, बट स्लाइट फर्क आ जाता है प्योरीफाई करने का. इस पॉइंट पे आप उसको सेम ले सकते हो इस ग्रेड के लिए. ठीक है चलिए. यस लेट्स मूव ऑन to the next question. Ninth question, everyone. Let's have the 4 options in the chat. Choose the correct fact or statement regarding petroleum. Be very careful, okay? It is a dark red liquid. It has no constituents. It is a dark oily liquid. It is dark but not oily. Now the options are being framed to confuse you. You've just joined, not a problem. Lakshay. There are more actually, you will understand. But वो ना अलग physical forms में आते हैं. CNG कंप्रेस नेचुरल गैस है बच्चा. आई मिस्ड योर नेम. द वन हुज आस्किंग फॉर LPG बच्चा ब्यूटेन है मगर उसमें. ठीक है चलो. आई थिंक टाइम इज अप. लास्ट 5 seconds एवरीवन. 5 4 3 2 and 1. Let's end this. Let's see what you people have marked. Option C 76%. Yes, very good. Rest of you बच्चा. Petroleum, petra मतलब rocks है ना, और oleum मतलब oil. इसको oil ही तो कहते हैं. Petroleum is also known as oil. So it's a dark oily liquid. Chalo. All right everyone, moving on to the last question now. Question number 10. Let's have the poll in the chat and I want at least 80% of you to get this one right. This is the last chemistry question but this is not the last science question. So you have to be there क्योंकि अभी physics start होगा इसके बाद. फटाफट से इसे attempt करेंगे. If we dig into the earth for petroleum resource, the order of resources from top to bottom is oil, gas, water, water, gas, oil, oil, water, gas, gas, oil, water. Top to bottom. All the best, Prerna. At this stage, आप crude oil and petroleum को same माने. Hey Anushka. LPG बच्चा ब्यूटेन. CNG का मीथेन लिखा था. Time is up. I hope you all have marked the answer. Last 5 seconds. So 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's end the poll. Let's see what you've marked and how many of you have marked the correct answer. 39 of you have marked option D. A lot of you marked option B. Oh, well, the correct answer is option D here. एक बार ध्यान से देखेंगे बच्चा, जो गैस है और ऑयल है ये वाटर के साथ पहली बात तो मिक्स होंगे नहीं, तो लेयर्स बनेंगी. ठीक है, अब ये लाइटर है वाटर से, तो ये वाटर के ऊपर वाली लेयर्स में प्रेजेंट होंगे. तो सबसे ऊपर, लेट्स से आपको गैस एंड ऑयल में कंफ्यूजन थी, बट सबसे नीचे तो क्या होगा, वाटर ही होगा. तो इस बेसिस पे आपको 2 ऑप्शंस तो ऐसे ही रूल आउट कर देने चाहिए थे. अब गैस और ऑयल में गैस इज लाइटर, तो सबसे टॉप पे गैस की लेयर, फिर ऑयल की लेयर एंड देन वाटर की लेयर होती है. एंड यू नो दिस, सम ऑफ यू आस्किंग मैम ये बुक में कहाँ है, बुक में डायग्राम बना हुआ है, उस डायग्राम का हमने क्वेश्चन बना दिया. सो ईच एंड एवरी डायग्राम, ईच एंड एवरी लाइन ऑफ योर बुक इज सुपर इंपॉर्टेंट. अब मुझे फटाफट से अपना स्कोर बताएंगे कि आपका स्कोर क्या है. What is your score everyone out of 10? because after this you will get started with physics. No, बच्चा वो पेट्रोलियम गैस है. Very good, very good. I cannot see any score less than 7. It's 7, 8, 9, 10. So very well done. Awesome all of you. But पिक्चर अभी बाकी है, अभी तो 1/3 प्रैक्टिस हुई है. अब फिजिक्स के क्वेश्चंस हम करेंगे, फिर बायोलॉजी के क्वेश्चंस करेंगे, तभी तो एज अ होल साइंस में हम बिल्कुल वेरी वेल प्रिपेयर्ड हो जाएंगे. ऑसम. चलिए एक बार सब बच्चे चैट में सौरभ सर, हाय सौरभ सर लिखेंगे एंड देन सौरभ सर विल कम हियर. He'll appear on the screen magically. Come on everyone.
आप सही. Hello everybody. How's your chemistry? See, I was reading all your comments. तुम्हारा स्कोर क्या चल रहा है पहले बताओ फटाफट. Out of 10. Hello, good evening. Welcome to periodic test preparation because this week is your for periodic test. Let me know if I'm clearly audible and visible. Yes. Hello. Awesome. Very good. बहुत बढ़िया. 9 out of 10. 10 out of 10. 8 out of बहुत बढ़िया यार. 7 out of 10. कोई बात नहीं. अभी तो 20 क्वेश्चन और हैं. डरना नहीं है. 20 क्वेश्चन और हैं अभी. Yes, all right. Hello. So, 10 physics question. उसके बाद आएंगे 10 biology question. That's true. पहले 10 physics question. अब 10 physics questions में it's a good mix of easy, moderate and difficult question also. Question difficult भी हैं because I think you should be prepared for something extra. We'll try. All right. Yes. Everybody, are you ready? Are you ready? For 10 physics questions. Come on. Are you ready? Force and pressure है chapter का नाम. And it's a very important chapter. I mean, in class 11th, it becomes 2 different units. Force एक unit बन जाता है, pressure अलग बन जाता है, fluids का, right? Google home test. That I will give you the moment this session ends. In the description, you will find the test. अभी मैं नहीं दे रहा हूँ, तुम लोग distract ना हो जाओ इसलिए, okay? All right. Are you ready? Come on, everybody. Excitement, Josh. Your notebook and pen ready. You are sitting in a comfortable position in your table and chair and not lying in your bed. I'm hoping. ठीक है? Very good. If you get 20, you have 20. बिल्कुल. Yet इसके बाद 20 तो आ ही जाने चाहिए तुम्हारे. Yes. Elbow में क्या हुआ? अरे वो नहीं आता था बचपन में एक ऐड आता था वो बैंडेड का. उसमें यही चोट लगती थी. Yes. तो मेरे को ऐड में लिया था उन्होंने. Alright, बिल्कुल. चलो बच्चों, let's start with the first physics question. The question on your screen is now. As we go higher up on mountains, our ears pop because. 4 option है, right? And for this, I'll give you the poll in the chat right now. 30 seconds started. First option, air pressure outside our ears increase. The pressure exerted by the blood near the ears increases. Option C. Do we have a poll on the chat? Poll. Air pressure outside our ears decreases, and last is none of these. Okay, ठीक है. All right. I'll give you 10 seconds extra because थोड़ा सा poll आने में late हो गया था. कोई बात नहीं. It's okay. जिन लोगों ने आंसर कर दिया है, I'm hoping you have pressed the like button also. अगर कोई नया है, press the subscribe button because miss कर रहे हो तुम बहुत कुछ. Yes. Ended?
No, there's a glitch.
Yeah, it ended.
It's not. It hasn't ended.
Ended.
For me, it's not ended.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's asking me to replay.
Wait. Refresh it.
Oh yeah. Everybody, there was a slight glitch. Come on. Join back. इस first question के लिए ठीक है. Time ले लो आराम से. Live has started. Everybody, refresh करो. Yes. It is live. Yes. चलो एवरीबॉडी ज्वाइन बैक। अंश बेटा केजीएफ कुछ नहीं होता है, केजीएफ भी एक फोर्स का यूनिट है। इसका मतलब है केवल मास है मल्टीप्लाइड बाय जी, नॉट द वैल्यू ऑफ जी, केवल जी। अगर आपका वेट है लेट्स से 10 kg, यू विल से 10 into 9.8 दैट इज 98 न्यूटन, राइट? आप क्या बोलोगे? 10 kgf बोल सकते हो। तो ये फोर्स का एक और यूनिट है वो बस। यस, गुड इवनिंग एवरीबॉडी, लाइफ इज नॉट एंडेड, कम ऑन। मनवीर, आई थॉट यू वुड आंसर दैट। यस एवरीबॉडी जॉइन बैक, कम ऑन। फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन ध्यान से देखो। यस, हाँ जॉइन बैक, सेशन चल रहा है। डन द फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन? नो, ठीक है, सुनो फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन पे आई एम अज्यूमिंग एवरीबडी गेव। तुमने क्या आंसर दिया था? पोल भी एंड हो गया था एक्चुअली, देयर वाज अ ग्लिच ना। सो जस्ट टेल मी इन द चैट व्हाट आंसर डिड यू गिव? सी। नाउ वी आर सेइंग सी, आर्मी फॉरएवर। हाँ, देयर वाज अ स्लाइट ग्लिच बच्चा। ए सी, रीलोड द सेशन। हाँ, आ जाएगा सब। सबने सी दिया था क्या? आई हैव फ्यू ए एंड फ्यू बी। एवरीथिंग फाइन? ऑलराइट। देखो, पहली चीज, व्हाट हैपेंस व्हेन यू क्लाइंब द माउंटेन? थकान होती है, वो अलग बात है ना। वी आर आस्किंग अबाउट एटमॉस्फेरिक प्रेशर। चैप्टर कौन सा है? फोर्स एंड प्रेशर ना। थिंक अबाउट इट। आप जब हाइट पे जाते हो तो क्या होता है? एटमॉस्फेरिक प्रेशर डिक्रीजेस। When you are on the surface, you don't feel anything. Why? Because atmospheric pressure and the pressure in your body, which is working outwards, both are equal, है ना? दोनों एक दूसरे को बैलेंस कर देते हैं। But when you go on mountains, the atmospheric pressure decreases. Your body pressure is more, which means it becomes stronger. क्या होता है? Blood बोलता है मैं तो बाहर आ गया, right? So that's why this happens. You have nose bleeding, same thing with your ears, right? We have to open the eustachian tube so that the air can pass. And I know Aishwarya ma'am is laughing right now. So yes, ठीक है? So the ears pop because the eardrum है ना, अंदर pressure ज़्यादा हो जाता है. Eardrum is supposed to be like this, but they become like this. So what you have to do, you have to balance out. आपको दोनों तरफ ना air pressure को balance out करना पड़ता है. What do? आप क्या करते हो? जोर से मुंह खोलते हो या फिर यू swallow something और यू yawn. You can do all these things. You gulp something. Yes, है ना? Correct. So the reason is air pressure outside the ears decrease, and that is the reason your ears pop. Clear? Yes, है ना? युवराज, inertia समझाया बेटा मैंने. Inertia कुछ नहीं होता. Property of the body है to maintain a state of motion. Correct? है ना? चलो आगे आओ. Come on, question number 2. Let's move forward. Question number 2. और बच्चों जिनको inertia समझना है, क्लास 9 के लिए ना I am doing concept bites. Inertia का ना एक छोटा सा सेशन है 10 मिनट के अंदर, वो देखो यार, सब हो जाएगा. Come on, question number 2. Supposed to be a slightly difficult question, but I'm hopeful you will get it. Come on. Question number 2. Can we have the poll in the chat, everybody? A body brought into the sea from the surface. Surface से, right? Or sorry, a body brought into the sea from the surface. Which of the following graphs correctly represent the variation of the pressure on the body with increase in depth? Right? Come on. Depth के साथ क्या लगता है प्रेशर का क्या होगा? Yes. The timer has started. If you increase the depth, what do you think will happen? Yes, Pooja. We know. बीना, कमान बच्चों, आंट समझा दिया बेटा. केजीएफ यूनिट है यू फोर्स का, है ना? यस. सी 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 सी. कम ऑन. क्या लगता है? What's happening in the poll? Do we have a poll?
Yeah, it's there. 1 second.
Okay. So option C. Mostly people are saying, is it? Come on. सोचो. Somebody was asking me, atmosphere क्या होता है? Atmosphere is a unit of pressure. ठीक है? And how much pressure do we have on us? हम पे कितना pressure है इस टाइम पे? If we say all of us are at sea level, हम पे कितना pressure है? पढ़ाई का pressure की बात नहीं हो रही है, atmospheric pressure की बात हो रही है. देयर वाज अ लैग, अनुष्का, ओके, थैंक यू बच्चा, थैंक यू फॉर इन्फॉर्मिंग. यस, कितना प्रेशर है हम पे? हेलो साइन. वेरी गुड. 1 2 3 6 4. Okay. 1. Yuvraj is saying 1. Yes. Urmila, subscribe to the channel, you will get notification, bacha. A. Atmosphere. Rashmi, sea level pressure should be maximum. Okay. Let's end the poll. Yes. Let's end the poll. Option C is 57%. Everybody, the reason I chose this question is because this question, although it's not difficult, but this question is tricky. Sir, difference क्या है difficult में और tricky में? Tricky question वो होते हैं who twist the concept which you already know. Difficult वो होते हैं जो कि आपको पता ही नहीं होते. ये चीज you all know. हाइट पे जाते हो प्रेशर डिक्रीज होता है, तुमको पता है. जब तुम समुद्र के अंदर जाते हो, when you go deep inside the water, as the depth increases, the pressure increases, right? हमको सबको पता है, right? वो सबमरीन का भी केस हुआ था, remember? If the depth increases, the pressure increases. लेकिन एक बात बताओ यार, when you are at sea level, क्या प्रेशर जीरो होगा? Tell me, yes. Hello Prerna. Tell me, when you are at sea level, you think the pressure would be zero? Yes or no? Come on. क्या तुमको लगता है जब तुम सी लेवल पे होगे तो प्रेशर जीरो हो जाएगा? Yes, हमसे ने नोटिस यू. Come on. No, है ना? Nope. Yes. सी लेवल में if you go deeper and deeper, pressure increase होगा. But at the sea level, the pressure has a value of 1 atmosphere, which is, you can say, 1 lakh pascals, 1 lakh Newton per meter square. Right? So 1 atmosphere is the pressure at the sea level. If you go above, अगर आप हाइट पे जाते हो, the pressure will be less than 1 atmosphere. If you go inside water, if you go deep inside the sea, it will be more. Correct? है ना? Right? So that's why. पहली चीज, sea के अंदर दिक्कत क्या है? When the depth is zero, means this is the sea level, it is saying pressure is zero, which is not correct. Pressure zero नहीं हो सकता है, right? तो C तो गलत हो गया. C is wrong. Think about it. इसमें क्या हो रहा है? As the depth is increasing, sir, pressure should increase. But here the pressure is decreasing. तो ये भी गलत हो गया. Option D is also wrong. Now let's see option B. As the depth is increasing, क्या लगता है? क्या हो रहा है? Pressure is decreasing. यार ये भी गलत है. At the surface means when the depth is zero, pressure should be 1 atmosphere. लेकिन यहां पर तो pressure decrease हो रहा है, तो ये तो गड़बड़ है ना? So B is also wrong. अब A को देखते हैं. When depth is zero means when you are at the sea level, pressure is 1 atmosphere. When depth is increasing, as you are going deeper and deeper in the ocean, in the sea, क्या होगा? प्रेशर इंक्रीज होगा. कितने लोगों ने वो देखी है जिंदगी नहीं मिलेगी दोबारा? तुमको याद होगा ना, उसके अंदर बताते हैं कि प्रेशर बहुत ज्यादा होता है नीचे, है ना? स्कूबा डाइविंग करिए किसी ने आज तक, या फिर स्विमिंग करते हो, लगता है ना प्रेशर. दैट इज व्हाट, इफ यू इंक्रीज द डेप्थ द प्रेशर इंक्रीजेस एंड इट विल बी मोर देन 1. सो दैट इज व्हाई ऑप्शन ए इज करेक्ट. आरोही बच्चा, ग्राफ को पढ़ना समझो, ग्राफ को ध्यान से देखो. डेप्थ जीरो है, इसका मतलब सी लेवल है. प्रेशर कितना होगा? 1 एटमॉस्फेयर. डेप्थ बढ़ाओगे तो क्या होना चाहिए? प्रेशर बढ़ना चाहिए. किससे? 1 एटमॉस्फेयर से. एंड दैट इज व्हाई द फर्स्ट ए ग्राफ इज फाइन. करेक्ट? क्लियर हुआ? यस एवरीबॉडी. हाँ, गाजी अटैक ऑल्सो. एवरीबॉडी, क्वेश्चन और आंसर क्लियर हुआ? जल्दी बताओ. दिस क्वेश्चन इज फ्रॉम प्रीवियस ईयर ओलंपियाड्स. आई एम लेटिंग यू नो सो दैट यू हैव दिस कॉन्फिडेंस कि भैया ओलंपियाड वाले ना एलियन नहीं होते, तुम लोग ही देते हो. यस, समझ में आ रही है बात? एवरीबॉडी, क्वेश्चन क्लियर है बच्चों? ग्राफ डिफिकल्ट नहीं होता. ग्राफ से ना हम घबरा, वी गेट स्कैर्ड ऑफ ग्राफ एंड वी our mind stops working. So just don't be scared of graph. देखो ग्राफ क्या बोल रहा है. ग्राफ has a language you have to understand. Come on. Yes, बिल्कुल क्लियर हो गया. चलो, so correct answer है इसका A. All right. Yes. Oh, गलत आंसर मार्क था उसमें. Option A was the correct answer by the way. चलो, yes. Question number 3 on your screen. Focus. Question number 3. Which of the following is an example of a balanced force? ये तो आसान है यार. This is like a very easy question. Can we have the poll please? Very good. Your answer is right. Nice. Everybody who is joining right now, there was a small glitch. That's why this looked like session was ended. No, session बचा हुआ. Picture बाकी है मेरे दोस्त. चलेगा अभी. Physics होगा फिर bio होगा, right? So, just keep concentrating. ध्यान दो. जो लोग अभी ज्वाइन किए लाइक करो यार. और दूसरा सब्सक्राइब करो कोई नया है तो. पूजा हाँ बस हमने अंकिता मैम को भेज दिया है. मैं भी आता हूँ कुछ दिनों में. Relax. All right, come on. The poll is active. Which of the following is an example of balanced force? कौन सी इन चारों में से balanced force है? First one, pushing a heavy box uphill, kicking a football, a book resting on a table, rowing a boat. Rowing मतलब क्या होता है? चप्पू चलाना. Yes. Not seen any movie till now. It's okay, कोई बात नहीं. Uphill मतलब होता है बेटा चढ़ाई करना. Yes, है ना issue? Uphill means when you climb a mountain, it means you are going up the hill. Yes? Seef. समझ नहीं आया अंश? पिछला क्वेश्चन समझ नहीं आया. लास्ट क्वेश्चन में ना एक बार ग्राफ को खुद बनाना और सोचो. जब एक्स एक्सिस यहां था इसका मतलब डेप्थ जीरो थी. डेप्थ जीरो कब होगी? जब आप सी लेवल पे होगे. अगर आप अंदर जाओगे तो डेप्थ इंक्रीज होगी. प्रेशर इंक्रीज होना चाहिए. बस इतना ही है. यस. Yeah, nice Gauri. There was a poem about this. All right. I'm seeing lot of options on A, huh? Is it? A बोल रहे हो क्या तुम लोग? Yes. Can we end the poll, please? Anybody who is listening? A है क्या? अच्छा, I'll tell you. Yes. हाँ, देखिए जरा क्या चल रहा है. Yes, the poll is ended. If I'm not wrong, option A is 51%. Option C is 28%. अबे क्या हो गया? Hey, how is A the correct answer? Which of the following is an example of a balanced force? What is a balanced force? Balanced force क्या होता है? When the object does not change its state. मतलब बॉडी अगर रेस्ट पे थी तो वो रेस्ट पे रहेगी. बॉडी अगर मूव कर रही थी तो मूव करती रहेगी. लेकिन एक चीज सोचो ना, बैलेंस फोर्स का मतलब क्या होता है? दोनों फोर्स कैंसिल हो जानी चाहिए ना. देयर शुड बी नो मूवमेंट. यू कैन थिंक अगर मूवमेंट हो रहा है या फिर बॉडी स्टार्ट हो रही है रखी हुई बॉडी से, इफ इट इज स्टार्टिंग टू मूव विच मीन्स इट इज एन अनबैलेंस फोर्स. भाई अनबैलेंस फोर्स होगा तभी तो मूवमेंट आएगा जीरो से लेके, है ना. If a body was at rest, the only way to move that body is if you give it an unbalanced force. अब ध्यान से देखो, pushing a heavy box uphill. आपको एक बॉक्स को ऊपर चढ़ाना है. अनबैलेंस फोर्स कैसे हो सकता है वो? थिंक अबाउट इट, राइट? यस. हाँ. नेट फोर्स शुड बी जीरो. एंड इफ नेट फोर्स इज जीरो, हाउ डू यू थिंक यू कैन लिफ्ट अ बॉक्स? आप बॉक्स कैसे उठाओगे अगर नेट फोर्स ही जीरो होगा? सो ऑप्शन ए इज रॉन्ग. ऑप्शन बी, किकिंग अ फुटबॉल, तो सही बात है. इफ यू किक अ फुटबॉल, द फुटबॉल विल मूव. इसमें तो अनबैलेंस फोर्स है. अ बुक रेस्टिंग ऑन अ टेबल. इफ यू टेक अ बुक, लेट मी टेक दिस सैनिटाइजर बॉटल. इफ यू कीप इट लाइक दिस, सर मूवमेंट है? नहीं है. मतलब देयर इज बैलेंस्ड फोर्स ऑन दिस. व्हाट इज द बैलेंस्ड फोर्स? अर्थ इसको नीचे खींच रहा है ना. द अर्थ इज पुलिंग दिस बॉटल डाउन एंड माई हैंड इज पुशिंग द बॉटल अप. ये दोनों फोर्सेस एक दूसरे को कैंसिल कर रही हैं, राइट? दिस इज व्हाई इट्स अ बैलेंस्ड फोर्स. क्या था हिंट? बॉडी रेस्ट पे है, बॉडी मूव ही नहीं कर रही है. क्लियर कट आंसर, राइट? सो दैट्स व्हाई अ बुक रेस्टिंग ऑन अ टेबल इज द करेक्ट आंसर एंड रोइंग अ बोट इज ऑल्सो नॉट करेक्ट. अगर बोट मूव कर रही है आपके चप्पू चलाने से तो इसका मतलब अनबैलेंस फोर्स है. इसमें कोई दिक्कत, राइट? है ना एवरीबॉडी? अभी क्या स्कोर चल रहा है तुम लोग का? See, I had done 3 questions. I believe 1 question was slightly tricky, but 2 were easier. Come on, focus here. Yes. 1 out of 10. 3 out of 3. Very good. 2 out of 3. नाइस है ना. देखो सेकंड क्वेश्चन टफ था, आई एग्री, बट फर्स्ट एंड थर्ड इजी थे यार. ठीक है, इजी क्वेश्चन में गलती नहीं चाहिए, मिसक्लिक हो जाए कोई बात नहीं, बट दिल को पता होना चाहिए कि मैंने सही किया. राइट, यू शुड नो इन योर हार्ट यार आई न्यू द आंसर. करेक्ट. चलो लेट्स मूव टू क्वेश्चन नंबर 4. लेट्स सी. सो दैट्स व्हाई करेक्ट आंसर वाज अ बुक रेस्टिंग ऑन अ टेबल. वेरी गुड. चलो कम ऑन, क्वेश्चन नंबर 4 ऑन योर स्क्रीन. क्वेश्चन नंबर 4. When we press the bulb of a dropper with its nozzle kept in water, बुड़ुप आवाज आती है. The air in the dropper is seen to escape in the form of bubbles. किया होगा तुमने, है ना, बुड़ुप बुड़ुप की आवाज आती है. Once we release the pressure on the bulb, water gets filled in the dropper. The rise of water in the dropper is due to what? Question number 4. The poll is active. Come on यार, ये तो हद इजी क्वेश्चन है. Yes. Hello, you are back. Nice. Everybody, if you like the questions, because in today's session I'm saying I will make sure all the NCERT questions are done. Basic question तुम सारे कर लोगे, लेकिन Olympiad questions are also there, which means I want you to prepare for the difficult, the worst. तैयारी करो worst की. दिन अच्छा गया, पेपर आसान आ गया तो और अच्छा है, but you are prepared for the worst, no? वो जरूरी है. Yes. Very easy experiment I have done. Very good. Stationary versus banners. Yes, you're right. सतविंदर बच्चा, मैं समझाता हूं. देखो कितने लोगों ने ड्रॉपर यूज किया है? कोई भी ड्रॉपर, कुछ भी हो सकता है. ड्रॉपर यूज किया कभी? क्या करते हो? ड्रॉपर डालते हो, पानी भर जाता है ना. व्हाट डू? यू प्रेस द रबर बल्ब. अब उसको प्रेस करते हो, क्या होता है? नीचे से हवा निकलती है बुड़ुप करके, और फिर जब छोड़ देते हो तो पानी भर जाता है उसके अंदर, है ना. दैट इज द ड्रॉपर. क्यों होता है वो? यस, कम ऑन, लेट्स एंड द पोल. व्हाट डू वी हैव? ऑप्शन ए और डी में लड़ाई चल रही थी. ऑप्शन डी 60%, ऑप्शन ए इज 23%. 23% से ऑप्शन ए, एंड दिस इज 60%. नाइस. आई एम हैप्पी दैट द फाइट वाज बिटवीन दीज टू. देखो भाई ध्यान से देखो. व्हेन दिस इज योर बीकर, दिस इज योर वाटर, एंड दिस इज योर ड्रॉपर. ठीक है, दिस इज योर ड्रॉपर. बहुत बढ़िया. अब ड्रॉपर के साथ क्या है ना, द रीजन व्हेन यू एक्सपेल द एयर फ्रॉम इनसाइड द ड्रॉपर, जब आप इससे एयर निकाल देते हो, इनसाइड द ड्रॉपर देयर इज लो प्रेशर. स्टार्टिंग में तो सब में प्रेशर सेम है, लेकिन जब आप एयर निकाल देते हो ड्रॉपर से, व्हेन द एयर इज एक्सपेल्ड फ्रॉम द ड्रॉपर, द प्रेशर, द एटमॉस्फेरिक प्रेशर इनसाइड द ड्रॉपर इज लेस. मतलब उसके आसपास एटमॉस्फेयर इज अप्लाइंग सो मच प्रेशर. एटमॉस्फेयर इज अप्लाइंग सो मच प्रेशर अराउंड इट. इससे क्या होता है? यहां पे लो प्रेशर, एटमॉस्फेरिक प्रेशर इज हाई, एंड द वाटर विल गो इनसाइड. राइट, सो दैट्स व्हाई इट्स बिकॉज ऑफ एटमॉस्फेरिक प्रेशर. क्या इसमें वाटर प्रेशर का कंट्रीब्यूशन जीरो है? टेल मी, इज वाटर प्रेशर कंट्रीब्यूशन जीरो? ऑलमोस्ट जीरो ही है. एटमॉस्फेरिक प्रेशर इज सो हाई, और यहां पर वाटर प्रेशर इतना सा लेवल से कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ रहा. राइट, सो दैट्स व्हाई वी हैव टू से एटमॉस्फेरिक प्रेशर इज द करेक्ट आंसर. ठीक है, वाटर प्रेशर का फर्क नहीं पड़ रहा, थोड़ा सा वाटर लेवल है, लेकिन एटमॉस्फेरिक प्रेशर तो बहुत ज्यादा है ना. दैट्स व्हाई. ठीक है ना. ओह वेरी गुड अनुष्का, ऑल द बेस्ट. वेरी गुड. चलो कम ऑन. दैट्स व्हाई ऑप्शन डी इज द करेक्ट आंसर. क्लियर है? अदिति मैं दिखा रहा था तुमको चंद्रयान, देखा क्या? हाँ, थैंक यू पूजा. एवरीबॉडी, क्वेश्चन क्लियर, सॉल्यूशन क्लियर, एनी डाउट टिल नाउ? जल्दी बताओ. यस. अच्छा नहीं देखा, मैंने यहीं से देखा था. वेरी गुड, है ना. फोर्स एंड प्रेशर फ्रिक्शन, डोंट वरी यार, अरे पूरा मैराथन करेंगे, तुम टेंशन मत लो. कम ऑन. क्वेश्चन नंबर 5 ऑन योर स्क्रीन. असर्शन रीजन है योर फेवरेट. आई एम नॉट जोकिंग. वेरी गुड, है ना. चलो कम ऑन. असर्शन रीजन. Assertion बोल रहा है, assertion is saying when the area of contact between an object and a surface decreases, the pressure exerted by the object increases. Okay. Reason is saying that pressure is inversely proportional to the area of contact. All right. I have started the timer. 30 seconds. ठीक है. ध्यान से देखो. Assertion बोल रहा है कि when the area of contact between an object and a surface decreases, the pressure exerted by the object increases. रीजन बोल रहा है कि प्रेशर जो है इट इज इनवर्सली प्रोपोर्शनल टू द एरिया ऑफ कॉन्टैक्ट. व्हाट डू यू थिंक? ऑप्शन ए है कि भाई assertion reason both are correct and reason is the correct explanation of assertion. B is saying कि both are correct but reason is not able to explain the assertion. C बोल रहा है कि assertion ठीक है and reason is wrong. Last one is saying assertion जो है गलत है and the reason is correct. Yes. कुछ समझ नहीं आया? क्या बात कर रहे हो? सेशन देखे तुमने? एक बात तो बताओ. Did not get the poll? The poll is active. Oh, अच्छा पूर्वी बेटा I gave you all the links. Please watch those sessions. Force and pressure and friction. These are easy. लेकिन पता I'll tell you what happens when you take this much of backlog and you move forward. What do you realize? यार इतना सारा backlog है कैसे cover होगा? And right, you feel depressed. So that's why. Keep covering. थोड़ा इसे ही session देख लो कम से कम. You will feel confident. Come on. Yes, है ना? नहीं निशिता, pressure is not tough. Come on. You are only taking pressure. All right. Yes. Okay. Let's. 3 more seconds here. 3, 2, 1. Let's end the poll. Option A is 51%. Ooh, all right. देखो भाई, assertion क्या बोल रहा है? When the area of contact decreases, the pressure increases. ये तो सही बात है ना? Pressure is equal to force upon area, right? If you decrease the area, pressure will increase. इसमें तो कोई दिक्कत ही नहीं है. And listen, right? Pressure is inversely proportional to the area of contact. सही बात तो है. Pressure equals force upon area. Area decreases, pressure increases. We can say pressure is inversely proportional to area. If you increase the area, pressure will decrease. If you decrease the area, pressure will increase. तो सही बात तो है, right? Both are correct. And reason is explaining the assertion. That's why option A is the correct answer. And I'm happy majority got this. शगुन का 51% था, but it was a majority. Very good. Nice. चलो आगे चलें. पूर्वी I'll give you the test link in the comment. बच्चा don't worry. Everybody समझ में नहीं आया? अदिति बच्चों सुनो. Assertion क्या बोल रहा है कि प्रेशर इंक्रीज हो रहा है एरिया डिक्रीज करने पे. व्हाट इज प्रेशर? प्रेशर इक्वल्स फोर्स अपॉन एरिया. एरिया कम करोगे तो प्रेशर बढ़ेगा ना. सिंपल मैथ है तो, है ना. एंड सेकंड, प्रेशर और एरिया ध्यान से देखो इनवर्सली नहीं है. एरिया बढ़ाते हैं तो प्रेशर कम हो जाता है, एरिया घटाते हैं तो प्रेशर बढ़ जाता है, राइट? इट्स इनवर्स रिलेशन. करेक्ट. हाँ, टेस्ट लिंक अभी नहीं आया. आई विल गिव यू टेस्ट लिंक जस्ट एट द एंड ऑफ दिस सेशन. आई विल गिव यू लिंक, डोंट वरी. हाँ, 51 सेकंड का पूरा हो गया, बहुत बढ़िया. चलो कम ऑन, लेट्स मूव फॉरवर्ड. क्वेश्चन नंबर 6. लेट्स सी. वर्कशीट आई विल गिव यू, डोंट वरी. रीजन नहीं समझा? इशू बच्चा, प्रेशर इज इक्वल टू फोर्स अपॉन एरिया. एरिया इज इनवर्सली प्रोपोर्शनल. इस रिलेशन को ना बोलते हैं इनवर्स रिलेशन. अगर आपका कोई वैल्यू यहां पर है इज इक्वल टू 1 अपॉन समथिंग में है, इसको बोलते हैं इनवर्स रिलेशन. क्यों? इसके घटाने से ये बढ़ जाता है और इसके बढ़ाने से ये घट जाता है. इनवर्स है ना, इसको बोलते हैं इनवर्स रिलेशन. यस, कम ऑन. क्वेश्चन नंबर 6. Which of the following instruments is used to measure atmospheric pressure? Very simple question. 30 seconds starts now. Yes. अच्छा नहीं दिखा. ओके यार, मैथ ना इट्स नॉट दैट बैड. मतलब ठीक है. इफ आई टेल यू व्हेन आई वाज प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर जेईई, नो, मैथ वाज द स्केरिएस्ट आई यूज्ड टू फाइंड. मैं पहले अटेम्प्ट करता था केमिस्ट्री, उसके बाद फिजिक्स और फिर मैथ. बट फिजिक्स के साथ जो मैथ आती है इट्स नाइस. बहुत डिफिकल्ट भी नहीं होती. इतना सा मैथ होता है और इतना सा मैथ फिजिक्स को ना बहुत स्ट्रांग बनाया था. सो इतनी मैथ को तो आनी चाहिए यार. कम ऑन. पूर्वी, यू आस्क मी इन द कमेंट सेक्शन, आई विल रिप्लाई बैक टू यू एकदम. ऑल राइट, कम ऑन एवरीबॉडी. 3, 2, 1. लेट्स एंड द पोल. ऑल राइट फलक, वेलकम. चलो. यस, ऑप्शन बी इज 73%. कोई दिक्कत ही नहीं है. नाइस, वेरी गुड. गैल्वेनोमीटर करंट है. ओडोमीटर, व्हाट इज ओडोमीटर? ओडोमीटर मेजर्स, किसी को पता है? सी, इट्स अ सिंपल क्वेश्चन बट आई एम आस्किंग यू, व्हाट इज ओडोमीटर? व्हाट डज ओडोमीटर डू? क्या करता है ओडोमीटर? यस, एक भी न्यूमेरिकल नहीं आया? अरे नहीं यार दिलीप, ऐसे नहीं होगा. स्पीड ना, डिस्टेंस. स्पीड वाला इज स्पीडोमीटर, ओडोमीटर इज डिस्टेंस, थर्मोमीटर इज टेम्परेचर, बैरोमीटर इज प्रेशर. बच्चों लास्ट क्वेश्चन एक बार ध्यान से सुनो. प्रेशर इक्वल्स फोर्स अपॉन एरिया, राइट? इफ यू इंक्रीज द एरिया, है ना, अगर आप एरिया इंक्रीज करोगे तो प्रेशर डिक्रीज हो जाएगा. मान लो फोर्स है 10 न्यूटन और एरिया है 10 मीटर पर सेकेंड स्क्वायर, सॉरी 10 मीटर स्क्वायर, ठीक है? योर प्रेशर बिकम्स 1 पास्कल्स. ओके. If your force is 10 Newton and your area becomes 1 meter square, प्रेशर कितना हो जाता है? 10 पास्कल. ठीक है. If your force is 10 Newton and your area becomes let's say 100 meter square, योर प्रेशर बिकम 0.1 पास्कल. ध्यान दे रहे हो? इफ यू इंक्रीज द एरिया प्रेशर डिक्रीजेस, इफ यू डिक्रीज द एरिया प्रेशर इंक्रीजेस. दिस रिलेशन इज कॉल्ड एज इनवर्स रिलेशन, है ना. इसको बोलते हैं इनवर्सली प्रोपोर्शनल, इसका नाम है ये. ठीक है, इनवर्सली प्रोपोर्शनल. क्लियर? यहां गलती नहीं होनी चाहिए. यस, चलो कम ऑन. बैरोमीटर इज द डिवाइस वी यूज टू मेजर एटमॉस्फेरिक प्रेशर. ठीक है, यस, नाइस दीदी. क्लियर? कोई दिक्कत इसमें? राइट. शैल वी मूव टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. इस क्वेश्चन में कुछ था ही नहीं है. अब पोल, हाँ अब देखो पोल तो, हाँ रश्मिता आप कर रहे हो ओलंपियाड प्रिपरेशन राइट नाउ. कम ऑन. क्वेश्चन नंबर 7. Which of the following is an example of a contact force? अरे यार, it's a very simple question. I told you today I have a mix of easy, moderate and difficult question. This one is like the easiest of the ones. Come on यार, इसमें टाइम नहीं चाहिए. We have pole active right now. Timer has started. कौन सी फोर्स कॉन्टैक्ट फोर्स है? मैग्नेटिक है, ग्रेविटेशनल है, मस्कुलर है या फिर इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक है? कम ऑन. मिस क्लिक, कोई बात नहीं अनुष्का, इट्स ओके. यस बच्चों, टुडे आई वांट ऑल ऑफ यू टू रियलाइज फोर्स एंड प्रेशर चैप्टर. इफ यू बिलीव सर समझ नहीं आ रहा है, क्वेश्चन में गलती हो रही है, गो अहेड, वॉच द सेशन अगेन. वी हैव डन इनफ सेशंस ऑन दिस, है ना. हमने सेशन कर लिए हैं. उसके बाद आई हैव गिवन यू वन शॉर्ट्स लिंक्स ऑल्सो. आई हैव डन रिविजन ऑल्सो. वी हैव डन इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन ऑल्सो. एनसीईआरटी क्वेश्चन भी हैं. इतना सब कुछ तुम्हारे पास ऑलरेडी है. यूज देम. कम ऑन. ऑलराइट, द टाइम इज अप. वी हैव 98 वोट्स. 3, 2, 1, लेट्स एंड द पोल. बिल्कुल. अरे ओलंपियाड का सीजन चालू होने वाला है, तुम फिक्र मत करो, रुक जाओ. यस, केम इन योर एग्जाम. व्हाट डू वी हैव? What do we have? C is 67%. Oh, very good. Yeah, contact. You are a human being. For you to apply force, you have to touch the thing. No, तुम दूर से force लगा लोगे, सर फूक मारेंगे. अच्छा जी, इतने तेज. You are not a mutant, right? So you have to touch something to apply force. सेम चीज किसके साथ है? फ्रिक्शन के साथ. फ्रिक्शन बिना टच किए ना फोर्स लगा नहीं सकता. सो दैट्स व्हाई दिस इज कॉन्टैक्ट फोर्स. इजी यार, इसमें कुछ था थोड़ी. मस्कुलर फोर्स, वेरी गुड, है ना. इट्स अ वेरी इजी क्वेश्चन. Last question is going easy, but at first hard. I have one more question for you. Relax. Giving you a heads up. चलो, question number 8. आ जाओ. Again, Olympiad question. Which of the forces will lead to an overall increase in pressure at the base of the block? अगर question में doubt है ना, go with your gut feeling. You will get the answer. I'm telling you, this is an easy question. Which of the forces will lead to an overall increase in pressure at the base of the block? A and C, B and D, A and D, A and B. मैंने ये कॉन्सेप्ट आधा पढ़ाया है. रेस्ट आई वॉन्ट यू टू रीच. देखो हर चीज ना, ऐसा क्या पता क्या होता है, टीचर आपको हर एक क्वेश्चन करा दे जरूरी नहीं है. माई जॉब इज टू मेक श्योर आई गिव यू इनफ इक्विपमेंट्स सो दैट वेन एवर अ न्यू क्वेश्चन कम्स इन फ्रंट ऑफ यू, तुमसे सॉल्व हो जाना चाहिए वो. Come on. Yes. Question easy है. I'm telling you, I haven't taught this question you directly, but I have given you enough concepts that you can answer this question directly. Come on यार. Question इस तरह के हैं आज कि तुमको फील आनी चाहिए यार कि मैंने क्वेश्चन ऐसे किए हैं, थोड़े डिफिकल्ट थे लेकिन सॉल्व हो गए, मेरे से मजा आया. ठीक है, come on. Yes. And yes, press the like button यार. Come on. तुम like button press नहीं कर रहे हो. I'm getting this information. बोलना पड़ेगा तुमको. हाँ भाई, न्यूमेरिकल है इसमें, टेंशन मत लो तुम. I'll give you numericals in the test ना. Yes, Adifa, doubt बच्चा, you can ask me the doubt. If I can, I'll answer. Otherwise, ask me in the comment section. चलो, timer is up. 3, 2, 1. Let's end the poll. We have 2 more questions. बस. What is the जनता saying? क्या बोल रही है जनता? D is 70. अरे वाह यार. I'm telling you, I'm very proud here right now. 71% say A and B. You have learned if the weight increases, friction increases. तो in a way, यहां पर अगर फोर्स बढ़ा दोगे, फोर्स कैसे बढ़ेगा? D is applying in the horizontal direction. सर वहां से if you apply force D and C, the weight will not increase. है ना? फर्क थोड़ी पड़ेगा. अगर मान के चलो मैं यहां पर एक वेइंग मशीन रख दूं, इफ आई कीप द वेइंग मशीन and I apply force like this or this, do you think the number will change? No. So C and D are not playing any role. वो तो horizontal में है, मेरे को तो vertical force चाहिए, right? Now think about it. A and B, they will lead to the increase in weight. इस weighing machine की reading increase होगी, right? The reading of this weighing machine will increase because of force A and B together. तुम चाहे ऐसे पुश करो या फिर ऐसे पुश करो, बट यू आर पुशिंग, है ना? द वेइंग मशीन्स रीडिंग विल इंक्रीज. यस और नो? कम ऑन, यस और नो, जल्दी बताओ. करेक्ट. द वेइंग मशीन्स रीडिंग विल इंक्रीज मींस द वेट इज इंक्रीजिंग, यू कैन से, एंड दैट्स व्हाई द फ्रिक्शन विल बी मोर. क्लियर? एकदम ठीक है ना? देखो अब बताओ, ओलंपियाड क्वेश्चन भारी होते हैं? अगर ढंग से पढ़ा है, ओलंपियाड क्वेश्चन भारी नहीं होते, इजी होते हैं. बस थोड़ा सा चैलेंज मिलेगा और क्या, थोड़ी ट्रिकी क्वेश्चन मिलेंगे. रेडी? क्वेश्चन नंबर 9 के लिए एकदम. चलो क्वेश्चन नंबर 9 कमिंग ऑन योर स्क्रीन. उर्मिला बच्चा, इमेजिन यू कीप अ वेइंग मशीन बिलो दिस ब्लॉक. ये बताओ, हॉरिजॉन्टल फोर्स लगाने से वर्टिकल वेइंग मशीन की रीडिंग चेंज होगी? नहीं होगी. इट विल नॉट चेंज ना इफ यू अप्लाई दीज हॉरिजॉन्टल फोर्सेस. सो डी एंड सी आर वेस्ट, दे विल नॉट कंट्रीब्यूट. बट ए एंड बी, बोथ ऑफ देम आर वर्किंग सच दैट कि वेइंग मशीन की रीडिंग इंक्रीज होगी. यू अंडरस्टैंड दिस? तुमको पता है ये बात, कर सकते हो ट्राई, है ना? जो उसकी रीडिंग इंक्रीज करेगा, it will lead to more friction because friction increases if the weight increases. A और B की वजह से उसका weight का रीडिंग बड़ा होगा, है ना? इसीलिए. ठीक है, फाइन. How it's easy? This one is easy. Question number 9. This is a concept which I haven't taught you. I'm telling you plain. Question number 9. This is a question I haven't taught you, but it's a very simple thing, and if you learn this right now, आगे तुमको ओलंपियाड्स में, ICSE में दिक्कत नहीं होगा, राइट? दिस इज अ क्वेश्चन विच इज स्लाइटली डिफरेंट बट वेरी फेमस एंड वेरी कॉमन. तो आज ये क्वेश्चन समझ लेंगे और उसके बाद करेंगे, लेकिन आई वॉन्ट यू टू ट्राई. कितने लोगों को आता है? लेट्स सी. द डायग्राम शोज अ हाइड्रोलिक सिस्टम इन इक्विलिब्रियम. द क्रॉस सेक्शनल एरियाज ऑफ द स्मॉलर पिस्टन एंड द लार्जर पिस्टन आर S सेंटीमीटर स्क्वायर एंड 5S सेंटीमीटर स्क्वायर रिस्पेक्टिवली. और ये रहे तुम्हारे 4 ऑप्शन. ठीक है, छोटे वाले के ऊपर रखा है मास m, यहां रखा हुआ है मास 50 kg. ठीक है, फाइन. दिस एरिया इज 5S, दैट एरिया इज S. यस, m की वैल्यू बतानी है. यू हैव टू टेल द वैल्यू ऑफ m एंड वी हैव 4 ऑप्शंस इन फ्रंट ऑफ यू. यस, कम ऑन. दिस इज अ न्यू टाइप ऑफ क्वेश्चन. Nitika, Aishwarya ma'am, yes. They're asking who is your khabri?
Who's your?
Khabri. Who is giving you information that likes or not?
Me. I'm everywhere.
What is hydraulic system and equilibrium? Ansh, a very famous law, Pascal's law. Yes. देखो ये क्वेश्चन ना ICSE वालों के लिए बहुत इजी है. CBSE में ये as such नहीं है, but this is a very famous question of Olympiad यार, and very simple. Today, it's okay if you make mistake in this question because you are about to learn something which is very important, very interesting, and very much useful. Yes. Sir, doubt I will not say. Okay, Deepak. Yes, come on. देखो सिंपल कॉन्सेप्ट है, एकदम आसान. मैं जब समझाऊंगा ना तुमको लगेगा यार बहुत इजी है ये तो, और हमेशा क्वेश्चन ऐसे ही आएगा. आई एम टेलिंग यू. यस. रबर सकर, अरे वाह, रबर सकर बच्चा कुछ नहीं है. रबर सकर में सेम ड्रॉपर कॉन्सेप्ट. रबर सकर में व्हेन यू प्रेस द रबर सकर, द एयर फ्रॉम इनसाइड द रबर सकर गोज आउट, मींस इनसाइड द रबर सकर देयर इज लेस एयर, मींस लेस एटमॉस्फेरिक प्रेशर, मींस आउटसाइड एटमॉस्फेरिक प्रेशर इज मेकिंग दिस रबर सकर टू स्टिक ऑन द बॉल. ठीक है, फाइन. चलो वी हैव, अरे वाह, 3, 2, 1, लेट्स एंड द पोल. वेरी गुड नितिका. Urmila, I'll explain you, bacha. Don't worry. See, this question, if you don't understand, don't worry. I'll explain you because this is your out of syllabus. ऐसा होता है ना एग्जाम में, कभी एक आध क्वेश्चन आउट ऑफ सिलेबस आ जाता है. ऑप्शन डी इज 50%, which I'm really happy यार. तुम तेज तो बहुत हो. 50% is option D. देखो, everybody, listen to me. You are right. Correct answer is 10 kg. अब इस क्वेश्चन को समझो जरा एक बार. Just understand this question. There is a law called as Pascal law. Pascal law पता है क्या बोलता है? उसके ऊपर hydraulic press, hydraulic crane, hydraulic lift. In class 11th you will understand. ICSE people learn it. क्या बोलता है? अगर आपके पास ऐसा बंद लिक्विड है, मीन्स फ्रॉम दिस साइड ऑल्सो इट इज क्लोज, फ्रॉम दिस साइड ऑल्सो इट इज क्लोज. ठीक है, what will happen? Pressure on both the side will be equal. Pressure at all the points inside the liquid will be equal, है ना. दोनों साइड पे प्रेशर इक्वल रहेगा. इसका मतलब force upon area, force upon area on both the sides. So I can say that force upon area will be how much? Mass m, right? Mass m multiplied by value of g upon area कितना है? S. This is S. This is going to be equal to force upon area on this side. What is the force? 50 into G, right? And Ansh, by the way, 50G is kgf. Upon area, कितना है area? Sir, 5S. 5S. Now you solve it. S से S cancel out, G से G cancel out, 5 से 50 is 10. So M equals 10 kg. हमेशा every time in such questions we have to equate the pressure on both the terminals. उस साइड का प्रेशर और इस साइड का प्रेशर इक्वल कर दो. Every time you have to do the same thing and this question is just this much. इसमें एक और वेरिएशन पॉसिबल नहीं है. ठीक है, y मल्टीप्लाई बाय g. अंश g क्या होता है पता है? आपका वेट है 10 kg, लेकिन यह है मास, ये वेट नहीं है. व्हाट इज वेट? F इक्वल्स होता है m इंटू a. मास हुआ 10 kg, आपको मल्टीप्लाई करना होगा एक्सेलरेशन से. एक्सेलरेशन कितना होता है सर? 9.8 मीटर पर सेकंड स्क्वायर. इसको हम बोलते हैं एक्सेलरेशन ड्यू टू ग्रेविटी. एंड नाउ इट बिकम्स फोर्स, राइट? सो दैट्स व्हाई टू कन्वर्ट मास इनटू वेट वी हैव टू मल्टीप्लाई बाय g, दैट इज द एक्सेलरेशन ड्यू टू ग्रेविटी. ठीक है, मेथड क्लियर हुआ एवरीबॉडी? क्विकली, इज दिस मेथड क्लियर? There is a law called as Pascal's law which said if you have a confined liquid, the pressure on both the terminals is going to be equal. Force upon area on that side is equal to force upon area on this side, and this is the complete concept for this question. Clear हो गया? Yes, है ना? क्यों समझा रहा हूं मैं ये? क्योंकि इस क्वेश्चन में वेरिएशन बहुत सारे पॉसिबल हैं, लेकिन कॉन्सेप्ट हमेशा सेम लगेगा, हमेशा सेम लगेगा, एंड यू विल गेट द आंसर. क्लियर? राइट? हाँ निष्ठा, दैट विल डू, डोंट वरी. It's just a math equation, you're right यार. Force upon area equals force upon area, बस कुछ नहीं करना. M equals 10 kg आ जाएगा. So अगर ये क्वेश्चन समझ में आ गया है, मीन्स ये ओलंपियाड का एक्स्ट्रा सिलेबस है जो आज इस क्वेश्चन में कवर हो गया है. ठीक है, we'll do more, but relax. Everybody, last question for today. The question number 10, the easy question. We had done the difficult ones. Easy question on your screen, ध्यान से देखो. When a force is applied to an object, acceleration is produced in the direction of the. ये भी slightly tricky है तुम्हारे लिए. I told you. Today I have got easy, moderate, difficult question. This is also slightly tricky, but I am hopeful that you might get the correct answer because I have explained this to you. When a force is applied to an object, acceleration is produced in the direction of the initial velocity, applied force, opposite of the applied force, net force acting on the object. Yes. पूर्वी रबर सकर पता है क्या होता है? वो हैव यू एवर ब्रॉट दैट बो एंड एरो? तीर कमान पहले तो देखो उसमें से पॉइंटी पॉइंटी हुआ करते थे, लेकिन नाउ डेज इफ यू हैव सीन बच्चों के लिए जो आता है ना बो एंड एरो, उनमें आगे ऐसा लगा रहता है, वो पुचक करके चिपक जाता है. दैट इज अ रबर सकर. यस मनवीर बच्चा, क्वेश्चन नंबर 9 में फोर्स अपॉन एरिया ऑन वन साइड इज इक्वल टू फोर्स अपॉन एरिया ऑन अदर साइड. इस तरफ कितना हो जाएगा? m अपॉन s. यहां क्या हो जाएगा? 50 अपॉन 5s. इसको इक्वल कर दो तो m आ जाएगा 10. बस यही करना होता है. आर्चरी, हाँ यस, नहीं आर्चरी तो प्रॉपर आर्चरी हुआ. आई एम सेइंग किड्स वाला बो एंड एरो यार, बच्चों के नहीं आते, वो ऐसे पुचुक करके मारते हैं, दीवार पे जाके चिपक जाते हैं पुचुक करके. kgf इज किलोग्राम फोर्स. एक्सेलरेशन क्या है अदिति? एक्सेलरेशन इज द रेट ऑफ चेंज ऑफ वेलोसिटी. वेलोसिटी कितनी? देखो क्लास 9th में ये सारे कॉन्सेप्ट आएंगे बहुत डिटेल में, बट राइट नाउ यू शुड नो बेसिक सो दैट ओलंपियाड्स के लिए आप रेडी हो पाओ. राइट है ना? यस. हाँ गणेश यू आर राइट एक्चुअली. वो हाँ टॉयलेट साफ करने वाला भी होता है, वो ऐसे पुचुक पुचुक करते हैं उससे. यस, टू स्टक समथिंग. ऑल राइट एवरीबॉडी, 106 votes and we are going to end this poll now for the last question of physics. I'm hoping you have done the correct answer. What do we have? Option C is 50%. Option C is 50%? Really? Option C 49, option B 27, option C is 49, option B is 27. अच्छा देखो everybody, I have explained you the concept of balanced force and unbalanced force. कितने लोगों को याद है पहले ये बताओ. How many of you remember the concept of balanced force and unbalanced force? I have taught this to you, and during that particular moment I gave you a word, net force. याद है? याद है? Right? I explained you, if you have a body, you apply 10 Newton and you apply 10 Newton. Sir, both are working opposite to each other and both are equal, means they will cancel out, means overall force will be 0. F net will be 0. Right? Correct? If you have 10 Newton and if you have 5 Newton, right? Overall force is unbalanced, net force is non-zero, but you can say that net force is 5 Newton this side, na? What can you say? That overall force is 5 Newton this side. Acceleration कहाँ पर होगा? In the direction of net force. Body कहाँ move करेगी? जहाँ पर net force होगा. If you have a block and you have 10 Newton and 5 Newton, net force will be that side. Acceleration कहाँ पर होगा? Net force की तरफ, right? So acceleration is always in the direction of net force. Net force acting on the object. I explained this, I told you. Every question is not like I have explained you end to end, but I have given you enough concepts so that you can attempt those questions on your own. हमारा काम है तुमको रास्ता दिखाना बे, तुमको छोड़ के थोड़ी आएंगे, right? That's what we do, and it's a dialogue from, oh my god, I just copy pasted over here, right? All right, everybody, question number 10th. This was net force in the direction of acceleration. Acceleration वही होगा जो net force होगा, right? With this, we are done with physics. Any doubt, anything you have to ask, let me know in the comment section. And please make sure you watch the sessions carefully, because whatever I taught today in these questions, हर एक चीज मैं समझा चुका हूँ तुमको पहले, right? I have explained everything to you before. Link युवराज बायो के बाद. When Ashara ma'am is teaching, I'll give you the link in between. Relax. लेकिन कोई छोड़ेगा नहीं session. Yes, after ma'am has finished, I'll give you the link. Ma'am बोल रही हैं you will leave and start solving the test. बिल्कुल, अरे लिंक नहीं भूलेंगे यार डालना, तुम टेंशन मत लो. Yes, everybody. So I think it's time to call our Aishwarya ma'am. You ma'am is saying she wants 200 likes. ये लड़कियों का ऐसे ही रहता है यार, भाव बहुत होते हैं. You want 200 likes. It's a common thing. Relax. But you know 200, we have 153. You want 50 more. Yes. Everybody, come on यार, जितने लाइक हो सकते हैं अभी चाहिए. टेलीग्राम पे या डोंट वरी. उर्मिला बच्चा, ग्राफ कुछ नहीं होता. एक एक्सिस y है, एक एक्सिस x है ना? इस क्वांटिटी का वेरिएशन यहां पर देखो, इसका वेरिएशन यहां पर देखो, और बस बाकी सेंस बना दो उसका. 184 likes. Ooh, nice. 16 more कर दो. Come on. Samurai, heavier. It's a trick question we ask with kids. Both same है. Yes. La. नहीं. Hey, how do you know ma'am does this?
What?
But again, la entry of Yashara ma'am. How do you know she does this? Like when she is sitting and working, no? You will hear sometimes. 2:30.
Like that.
Oh.
Okay, coming in. These guys are liking so much that there are
Yes.
like happening.
Everybody, please welcome biology.
Hi everyone.
Oh.
Hello. Yes. All right, everybody. Overacting, it seems. Hey, no. So, good evening, everybody. Good evening. We just wanted to see how much you are enjoying this class, right? Good evening, all of you. I know it's been quite a long day. You started at 7 o'clock. It's 8:30 right now. Almost 1.5 hours for all of you.
But ठीक है ना? It's periodic test.
Yes.
अब टेस्ट के नाम पे इतना तो करना ही पड़ेगा.
Exactly. So now, of course, with Bio Physics, he gave you so many hefty questions. Bio में तो मासूम सा questions you will have.
ये tough questions.
Yeah. You'll have easy questions for Bio.
चलो बच्चों, see you.
Yes,
We'll
sir.
meet again.
Bye, sir.
Yes.
See you
Bye.
soon. Don't put the link in between.
No, I won't put a link in between.
Okay, sir, can you make me little big?
Yes.
Okay, I am a very small person. So everybody, as you all know, good evening, good evening. I'm going to give you a minute. How many of you want maybe a 1 minute water break? Be honest with me. After all that physics and chemistry, you know, you want a water break? 1 minute ka. Oh, I became very big, sir.
Oh, is it?
Yes. How many of you want a quick water break?
Is it fine?
No need. 1 minute. 1 minute you take, right? So quickly, students, as we all know, in the meanwhile, as you take your water break, I'm just going to quickly tell you, first and foremost, what we're going to do is we are going to primarily deal with crop production and management. So we have 10 questions that are there from crop production and management, right? And secondly, what we're going to understand now is that, of course, we have multiple choice questions, but in your exam, you have to write subjective questions, right? So I hope you have your textbooks with you because I'll tell you what are all the important things that you need to mark, yes? So in the meanwhile, as you take your water break, right, I request all of you to please make sure you get your textbooks. This is a mandatory thing I tell you, right? Get your textbooks and come so that you will be able to write it down. And Ansh Bacha has so many doubts in crop production. I will make sure that I clarify all of it today. That is my aim, right? I know it's impossible for me to do that, but it's okay. At least I can aim for it. I mean, I want to be as ambitious as my kids. Okay, everybody, quickly, water break. Bio is very masoom, I'm telling you. It's very simple. Alright, everyone. Okay, just give me a moment. I'll open your chat on my phone as well because as I all know, the chat runs pretty fast, right? Okay, are we energized? How's the Josh for today? Hello Nitika, Adrika, Yuvraj, Amritanshu, hello. I'm doing amazing. Nia, yes. All right, everybody. So very quickly now, I know a lot of you here, right? I know that many of you must be watching this video much after the live stream. If you are watching it after the live stream, you can quickly, forward a little bits and pieces of it and you can watch it, right? Yes, okay. Very high. Arey, Josh needs, see with me, you need to have emojis also, fire, flowers, all of it I want, right? So send it in the meanwhile. But we'll get started, yes? And of course, the way we will do today's questions will also be a way in which we revise it. Yes, Ansh, I will take your questions. Hey, bio is not hard. I'm telling you. Okay, so let's get started, everybody. Question number 1 on your screens right now. So the first question is a very easy question. The ideal months for harvesting a kharif crop are which of the months? June, July, August, September? Is it September, October or November, December? You have the polls coming on your screen right now. But I will start the timer as well. Yes, the polls are live. Read the question. You know, you guys keep calling me as a leakosaurus, so today I will not stress on any of the key words. But I want to see how many of you have read the question thoroughly, right? Hello, intelligent boy. Hello, how are you? I know what you're going to ask me, so it's okay. Yes, Prerna, I believe that you will become a doctor. Yes. Alright, I can see the poll is running and at the moment around 100 votes are, almost 80-90 votes are in. But interestingly, I can see that about 53% of you here have voted for, or 54 plus and minus, have voted for option C. Option C is the leading contender. What about the others? Many of you are telling, Arey ma'am, 27% is telling option A. Few percentage is telling August, September and November, December. Alright, jaldi because I'm going to close the polls. In 3, 2, 1 and let's wind up the polls, right? Yes, A is true. Hi Falak, hello. You've been asking me, I've been asking all of us to take your name, so I will take your name right now. Now, of course, I know that 55 of you have got the answer correctly. That is correct. Now, 27 of you who voted for June, July telling me, ma'am, you told kharif crop. Kharif crops are sown in June, July month, right? So, we sow the seeds during June and July, but the question was asking for when we harvest it. Yes? So they're asking us, when are we going to harvest the crops? When will we harvest it? We will harvest it in September, October. So for students who got confused with this, please be clear. Now one more thing let me tell you, in your examination front, right? We know what are crops, What are crops? Crops are nothing but the same kind of plant which is cultivated on the same piece of land, right? Now in this particular case, we know that when it comes to crops, we have two kinds of crops. We have kharif crops and we have rabi crops, right? So what are kharif crops? Kharif crops are also known as monsoon crops. I'm doing a concept revision as well. While your rabi crops here are known as winter crops. Now in your exam, they can ask you a 2-mark question asking you to differentiate between kharif or rabi crops, or what will they tell you? They will ask you to write a short note. So what are the possible questions? Short note on either kharif or rabi crops, or they will ask you to differentiate between the two. Can you all please make a note of this? I know Z crop is missing, but see, as per NCERT, Z is not there. I taught you Z as a extra information, right? So Z was extra information, but as per NCERT, you need to write it down. So what are the points you will write? You will write about when the crops are sown. You will write about when the crops are harvested. And you will give some examples, right? So jaldi in the chat, can you tell me one example of a kharif crop? Jaldi, one example of kharif crop, right? Just to make sure that all of you, right? All of you know this. Notes have been taken, it's there in your textbook. Very good. Paddy or rice, right? Yes, exactly. Paddy or rice is a very common example. Soybean you can write. You can also write cotton. Yes, these or maize. These are all examples. Very good. Moving on to rabi crops. We know rabi crops are normally sown around October, November time. They are harvested around, February, March, around that time. Some examples of rabi crops. Jaldi. Rabi crops. I want to finish it. Let's aim to finish this off by 9 o'clock, right? So that 2 hours you would have dedicated it. Yes, exactly. Wheat, gram, right? Exactly. Manveer, RMC and BMW. Remember this, you are good to go. Yes? Very good, Apurva. Very good. Mustard, wheat, these are all very common examples, right? So what are kharif crops? Kharif crops are sown in monsoon season. Rabi crops are sown during winter season. 2-mark a question you can get in the exam. So put a star mark, right? Okay, very good. Let's move on to question number 2, everybody. Are we ready? Question number 2 on your screens now. Now, which one of the following condition is not essential to grow maize? This is a very simple question, but this question right here does come in the exam, right? Because it's I think an exemplar question. So the polls are live for all of you. We are talking about which is the condition not essential to grow maize. High temperature, low temperature, is it going to be humidity or is it going to be rainfall, right? Yes, Tanav, please ask me your doubts. Bacha Purvi, it's okay, come back and watch the video later, right? You charge your phone and you come back, yes? Everyone, the poll is live for all of you here, right? Very good, very good. Yes, Adifa and everyone, please ask your doubts. From Lakshmi Singh, I think you're gonna, Tanav, are you gonna ask me transplantation by any chance? Just asking you because you're saying Lakshmi Singh. Is this a test? This is not a test. This is a revision, right? This is simply a revision. Okay. Now, just now we have realized, right? Just now we realized or we've discussed that maize is an example of a kharif crop. So, based on that, can you all tell me what is it? Yes? Tanav Bacha, you can ask me. Okay. Alright, so can we end the polls now? Over 100 votes are in. Amritanshu, soon we'll put the links, right? We're going to put the links soon. Okay, time is up and I think Harish, we can close the polls as well. Yes, I'm not able to see the results. Okay, I can see that many of you have voted for option A, high temperature, while many of you have voted for low temperature. So this is like 39% and this is 34%. Now students who voted for high temperature, how many of you assumed that high temperature means 100 degrees Celsius? Can you tell me? How many of you must be thinking that, ma'am, high temperature means high temperature means you are telling 100 degrees Celsius or more than that? How many of you are thinking in this manner? If that is the case, your answer is wrong. See here, high temperature means relatively higher temperature for maize to grow, right? And we know that in this particular case, maize that is there is an example of a kharif crop, which means that the average temperature that they would require would be slightly higher, between about maybe 27 to 30, 35 degrees, right? Roughly, I'm averaging it here. But here high temperature is, we mean by high temperature, we mean that range, about 27 to 35. Normally, if you know, when you go outside, no, and if when it's very hot, it'll be 30, 31 degrees, and 30, 31 degrees only, you'll be sweating so much and you'll be like, oh, it's very hot today, right? Summer May, when it goes to 32, 33 degrees Celsius only, you will tell, ma'am, it's very hot outside. But when it is 21, 22, you will tell, arey ma'am, it's actually low temperature, I am feeling very cold today. Bangalore May, I think at this point, it's around 21 degrees Celsius, right? So it's very low temperature for me and I'm feeling cold. So that is what we mean by low temperature at this point, right? Yes. So now, of course, in this particular case, yes, Navya, but this is the correct answer, what I am telling you, right? So humidity is necessary because some amount of water is there. Rainfall is also needed because maize that is there is a kharif crop, which is why the correct answer here is option B. Yes? Okay. Are we all good to go? Yes. Whatever doubts are there, Nishita and many others, I think Tana was asking me coal and petroleum. Bacha, I am not a chemistry expert, so you may have to ask, you may have to check with somebody else. Okay. So now everyone, very quickly, see, let me tell you, this is an exemplar question. So answer I'm giving you is from NCERT exemplar, right? Let's follow CBSE, let's follow NCERT. Yes? Okay, moving on to question number 3. This is also an NCERT exemplar question. Bojo wants to know which activity promotes growth of microbes in the field. Yes. So now the question is, watering in the soil, adding chemicals to the soil, adding fertilizers to the soil, or plowing and adding manure. What is going to promote growth of microbes? Can you all check? Yes. Very good. I'm very happy. Ma'am, I'm not clear with this question. Were you talking about the previous question or this particular question? Yes, Aditi. Hello, hello. This is also a halwa question. See, I told you bio is very masoom. Your timer has started. Your poll has also started. Okay, very good. Let me see what all of you have answered. Close to 93 votes are in, but I know that most of you can give me the votes, right? Jaldi, the votes are live. Doubt in this particular question, I will explain. Don't worry, right? Very good. 100 votes in. 62% of you here have answered and given me the correct answer, which is option number D, right? So now let me tell you all one thing. Now we spoke about crops, right? And we know that in order to grow crops at a large scale, we need to have certain agricultural steps. So in that we know that there are good number of agricultural steps, right? Starting with preparation of soil, right? So can you all quickly list the preparation of steps of agriculture for me? We know that we have preparation of soil, followed by sowing of seeds. Then what do we have? What is step number 3? We have adding manure and fertilizers, right? Then what do we have after we do this? Then there is irrigation. Followed by irrigation, we have removal of weeds, right? So we have removal of weeds. Then we have harvesting. And last pay, what do we have? We have storage, right? So these right here are our 7 agricultural practices. Now students, why I wrote this down before I gave you the answer? I gave you this answer, or I wrote this down because this will also come for 2 marks. List down all the agricultural practices that are involved in cultivating a crop. So they will ask you to write this down as well, which is why I have written this down, right? This is very, very important. So please take a screenshot or please put a star mark so that you are studying and you are making a special note of it when you are preparing one day before the exam. So now the question here is specifically talking about which activity promotes growth of microbes. Now we know that microbes that is there is present in the soil, right? And we know that these microbes that are there, what are microbes? Microbes are nothing but organisms which are so tiny that you cannot see it with the naked eye, right? Now there are microbes that help in improving the nutrients within the soil, right? So we see that there will be more and more. We know that microbes help in various different ways, and one way with which it helps in is improving the soil fertility, right? How does it improve soil fertility? Because it will help in the breakdown of all the, living dead matter that is there in the soil. Yes? So now, of course, in this particular case, if we want to promote growth of microbe, where is the microbe? It is in the soil, right? So putting water in the soil is not really going to help the microbe, but rather the watering the soil is going to help my plant, right? It will help in absorbing the nutrients, and that's helping my plant. Adding chemicals or fertilizers. Fertilizers are nothing but chemicals. But if I add chemicals or fertilizers, we see that it is going to ruin the chemical nature of the soil. So again, it is not helping microbes, which is why plowing, right? That means what is plowing? Loosening and turning the soil. In step number 1, when we talk about preparation of soil, loosening and turning the soil helps in improving the growth of microbes and as well as adding manure as well, right? So this right here is very, very important. But just please don't say I'm ignoring you. It's just that when I'm teaching, I may not focus on the chat, right? So that's why sometimes if I don't read the chat, that's because I'm teaching and it can be distracting. Yes? Are we all clear with this? Are we all clear? Yes or no? Jaldi, jaldi. Very masoom bio is. We can pace it up also, right? Yes. Okay. Very good. Very good. Krisha, yes, I will take your name. I've taken your name. I've taken all of your names as well. Yes, Priya. Okay, good. Let's move on to the next question, right? Next question is also a very important one. Sometimes manure is added to the soil before tilling. Why? Because less manure is used during this process. It helps in proper mixing of the manure. It saves labor and time. Arey, why should I do through 2-3 steps? I can finish it off fast, or none of the above. Now we have just spoken about manure, right? And we know that this right here is a very, very important step. Yes? So what is it going to be? Very good, all of you. Very good. See, we spoke about preparation of soil, and now we're talking about something called as tilling, right? Jaldi, we'll pick up the pace so that all of you can get done with it soon, right? Because I also value your time, right? It's not just about me teaching, it's also about me valuing your time, which is why I'm making it a point that I pick up the pace, right? 69 votes in, 77 votes in. Again, I'm going to give you a few more seconds. Your timer has started there on the other end. So I'm very bad at timers, you know that. Half the time I think I'm missing it. Ma'am, what are the different types of viruses in the figure? See, virus mein you just need to know characteristics of virus. You don't need to know more than that, right? End mein I will do some microorganisms. I'll give you some important questions of microorganisms towards the end, right? I'll do that. Okay, yes, we will do it. We'll do microorganisms, Srishti. Don't worry. What is tilling? Students, if you have exams coming up, very important. But nonetheless, I think we can close the votes. I've given you some extra time. And as you all know, 92% of you have voted for option B. And the correct answer here is option B, which is it helps in mixing and it helps in proper mixing of manure with soil. Right? So now, of course, what is tilling? We know that plowing or loosening and turning the soil is also known as tilling, or we call it as plowing. Exactly. Very good, Simran. Now we're asking, why should we add manure? Sometimes what people do is they add manure before doing this process of mixing, right? And the reason they do it is so that when the manure is added and when they loosen and turn the soil, it is mixed properly, right? So the question is asking, if you have land, why am I adding manure before, right? Sometimes we can add it before soil preparation also. This is because once I add my manure, I will maybe take my plow that is there, right? And what I'll do, I'll make sure that I loosen it and I mix it thoroughly, right? So that is why we do this. Now in the meanwhile, before I go to the next one, right? Students, very important thing is when you talk about manure, yes? Manure and fertilizer topic is very, very important. Yes, This is super important. It is almost a sure shot question you will get in the exam, right? Which is why students, please learn manure fertilizer topic properly for your examination. You can get 3-mark questions. You can get 5-mark questions also. So everybody, will you put a star mark and let me know that you have done this? This right here is very important, right? That you know the differences between manure. They can ask you even advantages of manure. They can ask you advantages of fertilizer, disadvantages of fertilizer. So these topics are very important. I'm trying to make sure that I can convey everything, right? Yes, okay. Hello Parvati, hello Chaitra. Well done Nishita, and well done for all of you who have been scoring really well, right? Yes, very good. Let's move on to the next one, right? Satvinder, if you have conservation of plants and animals, bacha, Ankita ma'am has done a one-shot of that chapter. You can watch that. It will definitely be helpful. I'll tag the explanation in the in the description of this video, okay? Next question, question number 5, everybody. The plant roots containing nitrogen-fixing bacteria are maize, potato, pea, onion. This should be so easy for all of you, right? Yes. All of you should be able to give me the answer to this. Ma'am, can you explain? Which one do you want me to explain? For winnowing process, it's normally a sieve-like thing that we use. I think in Hindi mein, there are different ways in which it's referred. Like in my language, it's called something else altogether. But winnowing is mainly a manual process that is there. Mainly manual. Okay, very good everybody. Timer has started. I forgot to start the timer, but nonetheless, I know most of you have answered. Close to 100 votes in. Now I know you know the answer. We're talking about roots containing nitrogen fixing bacteria, right? So as we all know, we can wind up the polls in this particular case because majority of you have got the answer. We can close the polls. Now in this particular case, we know that when we talk about nitrogen fixing bacteria, we are talking about leguminous plants, right? So we know that in the case of leguminous plants, we know that in their root nodules, yes? So we know that in their root nodules, what are nodules? They're nothing but like ball-like structures that are there, right? So inside this, we find certain bacteria. Can you tell me the name of the bacteria that we find? Very good, Shaurya. Yes, we have rhizobium bacteria, right? So we know that rhizobium that is there has the ability to convert atmospheric nitrogen, right? So we have atmospheric nitrogen which will get converted into a usable form that can be taken up by the roots, right? So that is why we see that leguminous plants are normally preferred during one process, right? So we know that during a certain process, can you tell me during which process during which cropping practice are leguminous plants used? Yes? Now there was a question as to why fertilizers are absorbed faster, because fertilizers being chemicals are easily dissolvable, right? They're easily dissolvable in water, which is why they are absorbed. Yes? Rhizobium that is there has symbiotic association. Somebody was asking me, ma'am, what is symbiosis? Symbiosis is like a friendship between two best friends, right? I'm going to write BFF here. It is a relationship between two best friends where they help each other. Like in the case of this plant, the root of this plant is providing shelter to the bacteria while the bacteria is helping this plants out by fixing nitrogen, right? Which is why symbiotic association is where two organisms help each other out. Now, during which cropping practice do we use leguminous plants? Not intercropping, but we use it during crop rotation, right? So, what is crop rotation? Crop rotation is a practice of cropping or practice of farming where we grow two crops alternatively such that we see that the soil nutrients can be replenished, right? So, that is what we mean by this, yes? Nishita Bacha, don't spam. You ask me doubts. I know sometimes here and there I may not take some doubts, but please make sure you ask it. Yes, Manaswini asked me, this was rhizobium has symbiotic association. How is blue-green algae different or blue-green algae? Blue-green algae that is there is normally free-living, right? They are free-living organisms. They are not found associated with any other organism. Yes? Very good, Selena. Very good. Exactly. Yes? Ma'am, answer. Answer is option C, P, because P here is an example of leguminous plant, right? Yes. What is land fallowing? So now we've learned, or we're going to finish the whole topic of manure fertilizer. What is land fallowing? Land fallowing is when you leave a piece of land empty for a brief period of time, or you do not do any agriculture on it, such that all the soil nutrients can be left, right? So we see that all the soil nutrients can be replenished, or it can come back, or whatever was taken up by the soil can now be, taken up by the plant can now be utilized, right? Winnowing, I will explain. Yes. Okay. Don't worry, I will support everybody. Yes, I am a universal supporter. Moving on to question number 6, everyone, on your screen now. Select the methods of irrigation which can be employed on uneven land, right? So now you have moat, sprinkler system, chain pump, or drip irrigation. Uneven land may, what can you do, right? Or, employed on uneven land. In this particular case, right, your options are little tricky because you've learned about one system which is used in uneven land. But one more system can be used, just that on uneven land, you need to focus little bit more on understanding about uneven land. You will have to focus a little bit more on what is the thing. Kumkum, if I speak Hindi, you will not understand anything. My Hindi is so bad. There are students who heard me speak Hindi. I'll try my best. I'm learning. I'm trying to get a little bit more comfortable, right? Yes. Ma'am, same question came today. I wrote only drip irrigation. So my marks got cut. So now your friend Navya has helped you out. So now you know, right? No problem, ma'am. Speak. End में बताऊंगी. अभी पढ़ाने में हिंदी उतना अच्छा नहीं है, धीरे धीरे मैं बोल रही हूँ. हाँ, now all languages you don't make me learn. One by one I will learn. Yes, little Hindi. Okay, everybody, 82 votes in. I keep forgetting to start this timer. I know. Students, I just leaked the answer. I helped all of you out. If you actually pay attention in my class, half the time, I will be telling you what the answer is. I will explain. Yes. Okay. Chalo, let's close the polls right now. Let's see what everybody has voted. I hope all of you have given me the correct answer and you've been paying attention in class. Oh, there is... Yes. Okay. Now, 39% of you have voted for, ma'am, B and D. Option A, which is 2 and 4. While 34 of you have said drip irrigation. See, I'll tell you one thing. You open your NCRT. You open NCRT where they say that sprinkler system, right? Where you have a main channel, then you have many, pipes coming out, and then you have like rotating nozzles that are there which will sprinkle water. They are normally used in uneven land. So sprinkler system is also used in uneven land. But we know that drip irrigation, when it comes to irrigation methods, we know that drip irrigation is pretty ideal because in this particular case, we know that there are nozzles which provide water drop by drop, right? Which is why in this particular case, the correct answer here is option A, which is drip system as well as sprinkler system. Now, very quickly, sprinkler system and drip system are dash methods of irrigation. These two are dash methods of irrigation. What is it? What is the answer? Jaldi. Yes. Modern. Traditional. What is it? Yes. Okay. All right. Very good, everybody. Very good. Exactly. These are modern methods of irrigation, right? Now, students, please, everybody, please. I request you all to kindly, I will learn languages and come, but now my main mode of teaching is English. So pay attention. In your exam, you will get this question. And how many of you who've already written the exam, you can tell your friends, right? Short note on. Either they will ask you for drip system or they will ask you for sprinkler system. Okay? Your traditional method may come for match the following, right? Match the following, right? So your traditional methods that are there can come for that. See, Nishita is telling me, ma'am, I got this. Exactly. And short note will come for 3 marks. It can come for 2 marks, right? So you'll get this. But this is a short question that is going to come. So I request all of you to please study this properly and go for the exam, and then later you will tell, Arey ma'am, you told me, but I didn't listen to you, and this is why now I'm feeling bad about it. See, Bob is like, the Bob has told me, yes ma'am, I gave my test and this had come. Yes. Okay, 5 marks also it can come, but both may come for that. Ma'am, why are modern methods better than traditional methods of irrigation? Because in traditional methods of irrigation, there is a lot of wastage of water. There is unequal distribution of water, which is why at times it is not very ideal for large scale cultivation. While in the case of modern methods, we know that in this particular case, modern methods distribute water equally and there is no unequal distribution. Yes. Okay, Ashwina ma'am's favorite dialogue is Arey ma'am. Okay, I'll be like Arey bachchas. But okay. Next question number 7. I have 4 more questions. We can finish this. Okay, we got this. How do weeds affect the growth of crops? Okay, it does not affect the yield, right? So I think I will change it to it does not affect. Yes, it does not affect the yield. It affects the growth of crops by reducing the yield. It affects the growth of crops by increasing the yield. Or is it none of the above, right? What is the answer? So easy. Deepa, what happened? What did you not understand? You tell me. See, because so far if you think about it, we've covered about 4 or 5 methods of irrigation, 4 or 5 steps of agriculture. Now we're moving on to step number 5, which is removal of weeds, right? Apurva, I will come to what is granaries. Let me get to storage topic and then I'll tell you. Ma'am, nitrates are simpler forms? No. Atmospheric nitrogen is N2, right? Atmospheric nitrogen is N2. Nitrates are normally with NO3. Like it is a different version, but a soluble version, right? It's not simpler form, it is a soluble form. Answer is B. Everybody has fixed it. Chalo. I think we can close the polls, Harish. Let's close it. 70% of you have voted for the answer. Manaswini, I'll give that answer towards the end, right? Yes. Okay. So let's see what the answer is, and the correct answer here is of course option B. Yes, we know that when it comes to weeds, right? So let me quickly change this, right? When it comes to weeds, what are weeds? They are basically undesirable crops, right? They are undesirable crops that compete. So we see that they compete with your crop for nutrition, sunlight, water, everything. They compete with it for that. But now we know that if weeds are growing along with the crop, it's not that it will not affect the yield. It will affect the yield, but it will affect it negatively, right? Where it will reduce the yield. Yes? But we know that increasing the yield will not happen, right? That is not the case and neither is this. Which is why correct answer here is option B. Yes? See, let me tell you one thing. You need to know what is Dhekli, moat and everything. But let me tell you one thing, in your exam, they may not ask you to elaborate for Dhekli, moat and all of that, because even though in reference books they've asked it in detail, as per NCERT it is not in detail. You need to know it is traditional methods. You need to know that there are some disadvantages. They may ask you for match the following, but don't look too much into it, right? ठीक है. What are leguminous plants? We discussed they are plants which have in their root nodules nitrogen fixing bacteria, right? Moving on to question number 8, everybody on your screens right now, right? So harvesting is a task of what? Karan, no, I am not. Yes, Prakriti, please tell me. Okay. I will see microorganisms related questions only towards the end. Right now I'm dealing with crop production. What is harvesting? Cutting crop after it's mature, separating grain from chaff, cutting off crop before it matures, or is it none of these, right? I feel like you will only tell me, ma'am, you are ignoring me because, I will call your name. But you know how bad I feel when you say that, ma'am, you are ignoring me. I'll also feel bad, no? That I actually ignored a child and I did not do that intentionally. Have you ever thought of it like that? I am to just, telling ma'am maybe for fun. But ma'am, me being a person here, I may feel bad. Yes? But I'm kidding, okay? I'm not feeling bad and all. I'm just telling. It's not intentionally. Ma'am, traditional method depends on climatic condition for irrigation system. No, it actually depends on tool, right? Yes. Okay. I am not having any guilt. I have the no guilt. I feel bad sometimes that I missed it. Yes. Winnowing, threshing, I have a question. Yes. I can't speak Punjabi, bacha. I can't. If I can't, then what will I do? Olympiads soon. Yes. Okay. Alright. Okay, everybody. I think we can close the polls. I keep forgetting to start the timer. Oh, God. Yes. So, let's close the polls. I think most of you have given the answer to me. And, of course, 79 of you have got the answer. 79% has got the answer. The correct answer here, of course, is option A, right? So we know that after we do everything, we allow the crops to grow for about 2-3 months. And then after that, what do? We will cut the crop after it is mature. So when you're writing the answer, make sure that you incorporate the word mature, because otherwise it will be a problem, right? And very quickly, students, in the previous topic also, short note on weeding can come. Examples of weedicides can come as well. Tools used in weeding can come. So please make sure you put a star mark there. Right? Now, of course, we know that harvesting is the process. We know that in the case of harvesting, yes, you need to have a basic understanding of how we do it. We have manual methods where we can use, a sickle, or it can be ripped apart, or we can use some modern tools, right? We can use machines like harvesters, right? So we can do harvesters also. Now, moving on to question number 9. Combines are used for what? Combines are used for sowing of seed, harvesting of crop, threshing, or harvesting and threshing both. Yes? Everybody quickly. Combine, that is there, right? What do we use a combine for? Jaldi, jaldi. Very good, all of you, very good. Manaswini, I'm going to take that question, right? Tapered means it is narrow like this. This is what we call as a tapering end, right? Yes. Okay. How does animal disease spread in humans? Good question. I'll keep... Just hold your questions based on this, right? Please hold your questions. I will take all of it. For microorganisms. Okay, let's close the polls, please. We shall close the polls, and many of you have got the answer. The correct answer here is, I know I keep forgetting the timer. So the correct answer here is option D, which is harvesting and threshing. Now let's understand this a little bit, right? So we know that when we harvest our crops, right, we are cutting the crops when it is mature. Now what happens is, when I cut my crops, or when I harvest it, I am cutting it at the root below. I'm taking the whole crop, right, or the whole plant. Which means, let's assume I am taking rice, okay? I have harvested rice, and these are all my rice, okay? So I'm just going to draw and show this to you so that you understand this well. So this is all my rice, which has, the stem, it has the leaves, right? And we see that it has the seeds. Now, which part of rice do I want? Do I want stem, root, leaf, everything for rice? Yes or no? Do I want everything? I am explaining threshing to you, just pay attention. Yes? What do I want from my rice? Which is the part of rice that I want to eat? Do I want to eat everything? I will eat the stem, I will eat the root, I will eat the leaf. No, right? But rather, what do we do? What do we use rather? We will use only the grains, right? So if I want only the grains, what should I do? I should separate my grains from the stalk, right? So I need to separate my grains from the stalk. I should do this, right? Yes or no? I have to separate it. Whatever is not needed, I need to separate it. Yes? So what do we do? Normally, manually, the way it is done is, it is beaten like this, okay? So you imagine if this is my leaf. I mean, this is my crop, right? I will beat it like this harshly so that whatever grains are there, they will separate out, right? So we see that threshing that is there. This process is what we call as threshing. So what is threshing? Separation of grain from the stalk, right? So that is what we mean as separation, threshing. Now, ideally, in the case of a combine, what happens is that combine is a machine which can not only harvest, but it can also separate it, right? So that ultimately what we get is the grains. So that is the function of a combine. Are we all clear so far? Yes or no? Are we all clear? Now, the next one that we have is sometimes, even in these grains, right? There will be husk, there will be some hard outer covering, there will be some, unwanted particles. So we don't want all that, right? So this unwanted dry parts that are there. So let me write this down. Unwanted dry parts that are there is what we call as chaff, which includes your husk, okay? So now separation, yes? Separation. Let me use another color so that you are able to distinguish all of this. So separation of chaff from grain or seed, right? So let me write seed here. From seed is what we call as winnowing. Now Anshu was asking me, ma'am, can I use a combine to do winnowing? Now winnowing in this case, right, is a manual kind of thing. It is a manual thing that we do. But in the case of a combine, which is a modern tool, what happens is that when they separate it out, right, by the process of threshing only, we see that we are able to get rid of all the unwanted things and we are getting our final product in the end, right? So we see that winnowing is not something specifically that a combine does. Are we all clear? Yes or no? So FabFest, soil tests are done in order to understand, right? So we see that we do soil tests in order to understand which kind of nutrient it is lacking. Yes? Okay, winnowing, so understand, winnowing there is specifically a manual method, right? So, ma'am, what is the process equipment? Arey, wo thing that is there, it's like a sieve-like thing. How many of you have seen this? It will look like this, no? Ghar pe you see, your grandmom will normally have it. We see that it will look something like a mesh where upar se you will be doing this, right? Okay. All right. Let's move on to the last few questions. Last question for today. The term that is used for the process of separation of grain from chaff is called as what? Now you should give me the answer. I have explained the whole thing to you. Yes? Timer has started. Let's have the polls, please. Okay. See, microbes, that's a very interesting question on how they map it out, right? There's a lot of genetic testing that happens, lot of, if you think about it, there's a field which is called biotechnology that deals with it. So I'm going to talk a little bit about it once I wind this up, right? Yes, jaldi, 47 votes in, but I know we can finish it, right? Okay, very good, all of you. The time is up in 3, 2, 1, and let's close the polls. Just now we spoke about grains from chaff. What is chaff? Chaff is the dry husk, right? So the answer here is winnowing, not threshing. Students, if you still have doubts with threshing and winnowing, please go watch the session that I've done on harvesting, because this right here is very, very important, right? And I can see that many of you here have done really well, right? I can see that most of you are telling me, Mama got 9 out of 9, 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10. Very good. So Saurabh sir is going to be updating the link on this, but very quickly, I hope all of you here are clear with what we have discussed. Any more doubts that you have further, right? Any further doubts that you have, let me know in the comments below, because there's a small thing that I would like to tackle. That is a little bit, because I know many of you, or not many, at least the majority of the population here, have the chapter Microorganisms, friend and foe as well, right? So all of you have this particular chapter in your exams, right? So I know you have this. But before that, I'd like to take Yuvraj's question on why should we dry the grains before storing them? Because if grains are not dried, there is moisture in it. If moisture is there, bacteria will grow on it. If bacteria grows, bad for the grains. So it will be gone, right? So that's why we have to dry it. Next question was difference between silo and granary. See, granary is like a huge storehouse, okay? A granary that is there is a huge storehouse where all, grains will be stored in sacks. ऐसे ऊपर, many will be stored like this. Silos are basically a little more automated where in metallic bins, right? Or in metallic containers, we fill it up. Yes? Okay. Ma'am, farmers experiment, that is also important, Ansh. Yes. So now I'm going to give you a quick mind map of microorganisms because if you ask me to teach concepts, that is not happening today because I need another 2 hours to teach that chapter, okay? So which is why in the community post as well, and of course I know that many of you may have doubts that I may not tackle today. You let me know in the comments of this video, I will tackle it, but here I'm going to tell you some of the important questions, right? So when you talk about microorganisms, they are nothing but tiny organisms which are not visible with the naked eye. And in this particular chapter, mainly the kind of questions that they will ask you is first and foremost is how is curd formed, right? Or they will ask you on curd formation. This is a very short question. Yes, curd formation you will have to write about lactobacillus, right? I will teach you again later, don't worry, but in the meanwhile watch the one shot, right? That is very important. So write about lactobacillus, write about how milk becomes curd overnight, how we add a little bit of curd. So this is a very important keyword, right? Now secondly, what they will ask you is they will also ask you about bread making. Yes, bread making is also a very important topic where they can ask you how does yeast help in all of this. Yes, bread making and even making of wine and commercial products they can ask you role of yeast. They can ask you for fermentation also, right? So they will ask you about fermentation. What is fermentation? Who discovered it? So this right here is there. Now I am explaining this only for students who have microorganisms. If you don't have microorganisms, don't take tension. I'm going to teach you from scratch. Once again, I will teach you. So don't worry. Yes, so they will ask you about fermentation. Now antibiotics, antibodies is a very important topic, right? Antibiotic versus antibodies, right? So what are antibiotics? We know that they are derived from other microorganisms, but it does not work on viruses because viruses are technically not living cells in themselves, right? So we know that they are not living cells in general, which is why it's very difficult for antibiotics, and the way it forms also it's quite different from other living organisms. Yes. See, short points on nitrogen cycle. There is a 10-minute video on the channel that I have only recorded where in detail in 10 minutes I have explained it, right? If you want that particular link, I will tag it in the comments of this video. You can watch that for nitrogen cycle because that is a very long topic. Yes, but nitrogen cycle is a topic which you will get for 5 marks easily where they will ask you to draw it. So please everybody put a star mark. Now along with this, understand the importance of vaccines also, that is there, and they can ask you about food preservation. Yes. So these are some important topics. Now I know many of you still have a lot of doubts, right? Many of you still have doubts, for example, on animals, right? So in animal diseases that are there, they will ask you the causative agent, right? So when it comes to foot and mouth disease, or when they'll talk to you about the other one, I'm forgetting it, but foot and mouth disease and whatever animal diseases are there, right? You just need to mention it briefly, so don't worry about it. Fungi, multicellular organisms with cell wall, protozoans, unicellular. Yes, fungi can be uni or multicellular. Okay. Link will be available, everyone. Yes. All right, everybody. Pasteurization is also important, so please make sure that you check that out as well. So students, with this, we are done for today's class. Now, very quickly, I know there are a lot of doubts which are pending and I'm going to reply to all of you, right? Here, I know you want me to tell you what is Olympiad. They are basically a kind of, competitive exams that they do for school level. You have National Science Olympiad, you have ANTE, you have, various such tests that are coming your way. We will be doing classes, but bacha, when you're asking me, don't get angry about it, right? I'm also being polite, you be polite to me, okay? Alright, so students, very quickly, I want all of you to tell me if you found these classes helpful, right? Because we are here making sure that we help you in all aspects. Now, in case, yes, if all of you have your midterm timetable with you, you can let me know in the comments of this video, because we can plan your midterm syllabus and we can plan your midterm preparation in a similar manner as well, right? Yes. So I hope all of you enjoyed today's class. I hope all of you have hit the subscribe button on this video, because trust me, we have so many such classes coming for all of you, right? We have a lot of interesting classes coming your way, and if you need to know what's going to happen on the channel, all you need to do is to hit the like button on this video, and I will see you all soon. But I hope you had an all-round preparation for today's exam. I wish you all the very best for your science exam. I hope all of you do really well. I will be signing off. Oops. But I think up until then, everybody, take care, lots of love, and bye-bye.